D Dot's comments on Dilla.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was insane.
Yeah.
What?
He said that Dilla, you know, basically, like, he was saying, in other words, you can't put Dilla in the top 5. Like, he ain't sold enough records. I'm dropping shit. You know what I'm saying? I was consistent. I sold all these records, and basically, just because a nigga can take some samples, chop them, and flip them, you know what I'm saying, don't mean that he was dope.
The GOAT.
Yeah, they don't.
Was it dope? Was it? I think he was making a argument about producers and beat makers.
That's cool.
Okay.
Right.
That's cool, but that ain't got nothing to do with. First of all, he didn't have to be brought up. Period. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's number one.
Normally,
yeah, right.
I would mind my business, but that's like big bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So no slander is tolerated.
It's hot for trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rapper.
All right, we back.
My expert opinion, the greatest show in the world.
World.
Hit that like, hit that share, let everybody know you in here. Don't cost you no paper unless you's a mother.
Hater. Don't be one of those.
Ladies and gentlemen, mothers and sisters, brothers and blisters.
Brothers and blisters?
Word.
We finally got to make the drink.
Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, mothers and misters, bunions and blisters. I would like to introduce you to Rock City's own.
Right.
Legendary because of the name they came from. Legendary because of the name they keep going. Legendary because of the city that they represent. And 100% down by law because of the music they make. I would like to introduce you to none other than Rock City's finest, Slum Village. Y'all make some fun.
Woo! We got T3 RJ in the building talking about domestic violence.
Is that what we talking about?
So
we're not talking about that. We're not
You would think they were talking about women from Detroit, but no.
Not us.
His hometown.
I'm calling.
That's hilarious.
Disrespectful. Disrespectful. Salute, fellas.
How y'all doing?
Word. Good, man.
Good to be here.
For
First
sure.
time in Harlem?
Yes.
My first
for
time
me.
in Harlem, for sure.
For me, yeah.
That's nuts.
New York, zillion times. Harlem, I ain't been here.
How is that? Because I know this was a big market for y'all.
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? We performed all through New York. With sometimes, I don't know, Harlem. You tell me. Why Harlem ain't had Slum Village come through?
We're not from Harlem.
Yeah,
I know. See, that's what I'm saying. So y'all know.
We just occupying the space, man.
Okay.
Shout out to Wagner. I know some niggas claim me over
but
there.
But shout out to Harlem. I love Harlem, though. Harlem's what's up? Yeah, for sure.
Just don't meet too many women from out here.
So do we continue the conversation?
Oh, yeah.
No,
we ain't going to talk about that.
We don't talk about that?
We're going to move on.
Y'all had a real...
This is a safe space.
Y'all had a real interesting question for me before Math showed up about a brother from Harlem.
I asked the question. The question I asked was, how does New York feel about the pillar, like Diddy? You know what I'm saying? How do y'all feel about him now? Is it like he's still our legend? Or is it like, nah, we ain't fucking with him at all?
Two things can be true at the same time.
So I guess we are continuing with it. I guess
Domestic violence.
we here. That's where we going. We still going.
Yeah, we still there, right? Go ahead, man.
All right, and as far as like the video footage that was released, we all saw it. We were all disgusted by it. You know, Cassie, I don't think that the lawsuit made her whole, but hopefully that, you know, she'll find a way to work past the pain of whatever was caused in that relationship. Some people did not think Diddy's apology was genuine, and I agree with that. I think the genuine apology probably went to Cassie. And that apology was for the rest of us. People that, honestly, it's none of our fucking business. You know what I mean?
What?
But do we still consider him a legend? No, we can't undo what he's done. musically. We can't undo that.
Okay.
We can't. You know what I mean? We say we talk shit about R. Kelly, but you know, step in the name of love. Come on, some of us still be.
They still on the dance floor.
Exactly. You still
For
on the dance floor. So I don't think you can undo that status. I think it's tarnished for right now, but I don't think you can undo that.
He wouldn't be the first famous person to have smut on their name and dirt on their name.
Yeah,
and,
facts.
you know
Y'all
what I mean?
y'all like Baywatch?
For sure.
Yes.
So when y'all saw Michael Knight drunk saying a whole bunch of bullshit, did it make you feel like I could never watch Baywatch or Knight Rider again?
I mean, it does tarnish it. I mean, it's just like with Paula Dean. I want to throw them biscuits down.
See?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even though the food was fire.
Right.
Hulk Hogan.
You know what I'm saying?
Hulk Hogan wilding out.
Yes.
Saying
Yeah.
all
Yeah,
kinds
you
of
know what I'm
wild, but
saying?
Right.
So-
wrestling fans then, you know,
Right.
throw away the nostalgia.
I think ultimately we realize that our heroes are human. And some of them might not be the best humans on the planet.
That's
You know what I mean? But they're human.
That's true.
And
What I hate, what I'll tell you what bothers me about the situation. This goes for everybody, men, women, period. You have to remember that when you see somebody at their worst, that's a moment in time,
right.
right? You have no idea what was happening. And I'm not excusing it by any means because I don't think there's any excuse for what I saw, right? I don't know what that dude was going through back then or what was happening with him or if that was a ongoing thing or if that was a once in a, but you see a moment and we have a tendency as people to hold somebody to that moment
that
for the
one
rest
moment.
of their lives.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Right? I'm not saying
Like,
that's
y'all was
him.
still talking about me beating people up. I ain't do that shit in a long time.
No,
As he smiles
it's the
about it.
stigma. It's the stigma that comes with
you
it.
get it.
Right.
And it's
Might come
it's-
back
But
to
here's
some
the
of
thing. A moment is a moment. And what I'm saying by that is people have done some foul stuff in the moment. I got a homeboy that I never thought he would go through what he was going through that's now in jail. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because he one moment
One moment.
at a toxic situation and he might not never see the light of day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's all it takes.
It
is a
doesn't. It
moment.
doesn't.
You know what I'm saying?
When I said it doesn't negate it, it means you still have to pay for it.
Yeah.
And he's still paying. He's paying for it. Like this is what it is. It's just. It's as someone who has had moments and nothing that heinous, right? But I've said some shit and done some shit, and then I've had people rotate back around to me 5-6 years later, and in their mind, I'm still that guy.
That's
Right.
true.
And that's rough for me. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you got that honest. You saw me out. That was if you
was
saw
me.
me fighting and doing whatever, you roll back around. Yo, this dude right here, oh, bro, I ain't been on that kind of like that was that day. Like, I don't chill. Me and him is even cool now. Like, what are you doing?
I think it proves that you're capable, though.
True,
And that's
true.
what stays in
You
people's
know what?
mind.
You're right.
He is capable of this.
You're right.
You know what I mean?
You're right.
But at what point do we go and say, let's put things in place to fix whatever he got going on? Whatever he was dealing with
Right.
that had him lashing out like that. When do we put things in place to say, okay, this is what he did. We're going to take it's mandatory. He got to go to
I mean, but this is what he
mediation
said. He
or
said he
whatever.
went to rehab.
Right.
You know, he was going through a lot. I don't know what the weight was,
Yeah.
but whatever it was, it pushed him to drugs.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, if you've been around drug addicts, you know that the mood switches are like kind of crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They could blow up off the littlest shit depending on whether they're going up or whether they're coming down.
Right.
So
Yeah, true.
See, the hard part is talking this shit without sounding like you're excusing it or making excuses for
That
it.
is the hard part.
That's the rough part because none of us in here are with that. None of us in here
Right.
are making excuses for it.
Yeah.
However,
that ain't the flex.
if you just leave it in that moment, then you never pick it apart to figure out how we got here. And I don't think that's just a man thing. I think that's for anybody. When you see women swinging on other women or women swinging on men, men swinging on women, men swinging on other dudes, like how did you end up to where this is your reflex? This is how you've decided to deal with this situation.
Right.
It didn't call for it. Wasn't necessary. But how did we get to this place where, and we never asked the question why. We never. We just capture it in that moment and now we're in this room. Nobody asked how we got here. Now you just punish him for what you saw right this very second.
Right.
And yes, punish him. He has to pay for it. It's fucked up. You have to pay for what you did, bro. It's fucked up. But how do we give people grace to change? Because it feels like there's certain things.
They don't give grace.
I'm sorry.
You don't get no grace.
I'm sorry.
You leave that at the you leave grace at the table when you pray. That's grace.
It
That's
feels
the grace
like
you
there's
get.
certain things that are beyond grace. It feels like there are certain things a person can do that are beyond.
I mean, look.
Well, yes, there's limits.
People tend to play so overly righteous when it comes to these situations, but there'd be 50 million people in the comments who have either done the same shit or done worse.
Right.
But there was no camera to record it. You know what I'm saying? Right. So that always kind of bugs me out. How like people aren't able to gauge the spectrum. Like you can judge this stranger that you don't know, but it's okay when your uncle's doing it. Right. It's okay when your pops is doing it to your moms. Right. You know what I mean?
Honest going upside
and you still love that person, and you would hate for those moments to be put on blast for that person, but you sitting online acting like you so high and mighty. You
That's
know
true.
What I mean? Like,
that's true. Online is a facade anyway. Period. Right. As we all know. But I feel like, especially in the Black community, we don't always shine light on the negative things that's going on because we just try to keep it positive and somewhat, so it's sad on both spectrums, but at the same time, you do have to call people out sometimes.
Right. How do you feel about the glove idea that I had? How do you?
I'm with that. I don't know.
I'm just saying.
I'm not with that.
It's not
gonna work, sir.
It's not gonna work.
No.
How is it not gonna work?
Because they're going to say he turned it up too much. He got into it way too much.
If like, all right, you got a woman that like to put her hands on you, alternative, you can put on like 26-ounce gloves and just go at it.
No, sir.
But that's, see, that's wrong. But female MMA fighters fighting trans MMA fighters is okay.
Everybody make it make sense.
Everybody decided to fight in that situation. Everybody decided.
That is a decision.
Everybody had to sign a piece of paper saying that this is what they was going to do.
Yeah,
totally different.
So you saying
but
if
one
they
person signed up to ass whooping, the other one signed up to
So
fight.
basically, he's saying that everybody sign up and say we're gonna catch this fame.
But that's also not happening in the living room, and there's a referee and 3 judges. Like, come on, bro.
I mean, this therapist
and cameras,
this and slow mo and everything else.
Right. This therapist out there that encourage pillow fighting. So what do you do?
Yeah, it is.
There is,
but I don't agree with you, though, sir.
I'm not.
I'm just gonna throw that out there.
I tell you this, as far as like the original question, it's rough. For a lot of people, it's rough when you see somebody that you feel and that you came up with doing something that's unforgivable. It's rough. It's hard to see that side of somebody that you've been rocking with for this many years. I know a lot of people I saw a lot of movement around that situation, and it was a lot of the defense was in I can't believe it. A lot of the defense was like, I can't believe, no way, because you feel like him, dude, been around since the 90s.
So is it like what you were saying earlier, where you say
I'm sorry,
it's a power structure where they moving people out the way? Is
wait.
Trying to
so
move
you
them out
said
the way?
since he come from the 90s, he can't do that?
That's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
They're gonna think I'm insensitive.
If somebody's music has been in the backdrop of your life for your formative years, I don't have no idea. You grow an attachment to that.
I get it.
My father grew up with Earth, Wind, and Fire. When that music comes on, he goes back to that day when this thing happened. We all do that.
So here's the difference. Social media, cameras.
Right.
Turns it up.
Because I'm sure 60s and 70s, as we do the research, we know
turns it up.
It was some people that was doing something.
It turns.
You know what I'm saying?
Unfortunately, people are like fucking vampires for other people's misery.
Yes.
Nowadays,
That's because they're unhappy at the crib.
Exactly, but they won't admit that part. The reason that you're celebrating this and going so hard is because your life is in a bad state.
Right.
And this is like a distraction. This is like a punching bag that you can exert some of your frustration on because you're going through it. You know what I mean?
Right.
People are just sitting online and just bangs out, waiting for somebody to fuck up.
Swiping every hour.
Every hour, like, did somebody fuck up? Oh, here we are. You know what I mean? Like, and it's sad.
If you hate success,
sad,
you'll love
bro.
to see a successful person go through it. If you hate success.
Oh, man.
If you hate the kind of success you've never experienced, you'll love it.
So you don't believe in the conspiracy theory of because he tried to sue the vodka company or the tequila company, that all of a sudden after that, all this shit come out after years. If they saying what they saying is true.
I never heard that. Jay, break it down.
They said that once he sued the tequila company, when he went online and said they're not playing enough agave, they trying to destroy me because I'm a black man. They don't want my liquor to be successful. A time after that is when all of this stuff came out. So some people feel like because
Cosby when he sued
a time after the lawsuit.
Yes, after he sued
and won
the company.
Yeah. And won. It's crazy.
So no, they said that it was still going on. It's still going on now. So he withdrew his lawsuit from the company as of lately, as far as I know.
I don't think that's accurate.
Okay, so it might have been something we saw.
I think that he won that lawsuit.
So do you think that's part of the reason?
Let's find out.
Google.
Never click on the first one because they paid for that.
Oh yes, that is true. When you see paid promotion up there, that's the one you don't click on.
Real small in the corner.
Yeah.
Ad.
Right.
Two little letters. Ad.
Yeah.
Real small.
When you
in
see
the
the
corner.
ad on there, yeah.
To answer your question, I think when agendas align, a formal meeting isn't necessary.
Oh.
We don't have to sit down and form a conspiracy.
What is that?
What happens?
You are correct. He withdrew his lawsuit.
See, JB knowing. JB knowing. Jay does his research.
So with that being said, man, now how you feel?
Now how
that's
I
deep.
feel?
That's
Yeah.
deep.
Because we got to think about it.
No,
That incident happened with Cassie. Like we say, we not excusing it, but that happened years ago.
Right.
People could have went and got that footage.
Right.
Why now?
Why now? And how did it get leaked?
Yeah.
And what team put that together? And we talking teams. We are talking
It
teams.
serves an interest.
We are talking teams.
Serves
by
an
the way.
interest. Always serves an interest. Again, when agendas align, a meeting isn't necessary. I don't have to sit down with him to plan out what we're gonna do when this thing happens. You dig what I mean? We just take advantage of when this thing happens. I'm not negating the theory. I don't know. I'm not in the room.
Right.
But I know I've seen way too many situations where if somebody's walking across the street, get hit by a car, a guy runs out, sees a dude hit by a car, reaches in his pocket, takes his wallet, and runs away. Is the car driving the dude who took the wallet together? Probably not.
Probably not.
Just one dude was in the room. Oh, word? Cool. You think what I'm saying? You can make it a conspiracy, but more often than not, people line up to do foul shit or take advantage of somebody when they're weak. Yeah. And you don't need a meeting to do that. You just need human nature. You right there, you on the floor, you can't do shit. There's nobody around. I'll take this, take the cash out, maybe hand it back to you, maybe I don't. But I'm not with the guy who hit you. The guy who hit you is, for all I know, he could be panicking right now.
Right.
Oh my God, I just hit somebody. Oh shit. By the time he comes back, I done got the wallet and left.
Right.
But if you wake up with your money gone, you're like, yo, y'all set me up.
What would you have to have in your wallet for somebody to hit you with a car to get it? Like, yo, like that is a new type of robbery. I've never heard of that. Like,
you gotta have that $1 million loan.
No, you gotta have the codes to some banks or something. But
he crossing the street right now, Floyd.
Yeah, you gotta have
boom. Get the wallet.
That's some movie stuff. That's some movie stuff.
Again,
that's some movie stuff.
Not necessary for us to sit there and plan it out. I could just be a dude who takes advantage of a fucked up situation. And unfortunately, there are always those people
For sure.
in every walk of life.
Wow.
You ain't got to be worth millions. You ain't got to be worth nothing. There's somebody who will take advantage, catch you sleeping on the train or some shit. Somebody will do something. You know, somebody will do something.
Well,
It's a cold
Well,
world.
you sleeping on the train, you put yourself out there.
You gotta ask. You gotta ask him for
You
it.
trying to have a rough night, bro.
Gotta ask
You
him.
getting robbed is the last of your words.
Yo,
You're not from New York, bro. You don't take the train. Yo, chill out. Chill out. Chill out.
No,
You have
no, but it
idea what
happens.
them nights be
It
like.
happens. My battle rap days, I fell asleep on the train. When I woke up, I was viral. I was like, oh shit.
See, that's what I'm saying.
It's terrible.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But
Now I got criticized for being on the train, but nobody said nothing about the nigga on the train who took the picture. That's wild. That's crazy to me.
Yeah,
Prime example.
welcome to life.
yeah, that's true.
Welcome to the life. I know Detroit got its own
Okay, here we go.
stigmas.
Okay, all right, here we go. Let's get it.
What's the stigmas in Detroit?
Yeah, I want to see what
No,
is the
y'all
stigmas
tell
in
me
Detroit?
what y'all
Yeah, since
think.
he
What is our stigmas?
A
Please.
word? You ain't heard nothing about Detroit that
Hey, shout out to Detroit. I don't know what they're talking about. I don't know
Oh,
what
so you
Memphis
just gonna throw
talking
you
about.
out there? Go ahead.
I don't know
I'm
what
willing to
Memphis
address
talking
it.
about.
Whatever you think you heard.
No, that
Shout out to Quest Cody, Miles, Bezo, Calico,
Trick.
shout out to Royce, Trick.
Bizarre,
Yeah.
One love to my my guy Hex.
Yeah,
Royce,
Hex Murder, yeah. for sure.
Royce
You watch it.
M. Like, what's it? Yeah, what did you hear
Bodie.
about Detroit?
Oh,
Bodie
Bodie
James.
for
Rest-
sure.
rest-
Bodie James for
Rest in
sure.
peace,
Yeah,
Proof.
facts.
Rest in peace,
Rest in
Proof.
peace, Proof.
All day,
Yeah,
big
yeah.
Proof. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
That was my guy. I miss that dude. Detroit got a reputation for being a rough city.
Okay.
Heavy on the crime.
Mhm.
I heard what's that other thing? They got a bunch of abandoned properties that shrinking the city out.
Okay.
A lot of places are abandoned. The cops don't come to every place there is because it may like be one family living.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
a whole
This
row
was
of
one
houses.
thing I heard about Detroit that I thought was true for a very long time.
Okay.
That y'all ain't had no cops after 9 o'clock.
That's
That
hilarious.
I said, it's the purge out this motherfucker. I went out there, niggas was like, yo, let's go to the strip club. I was like, hell no, y'all niggas ain't got no cops. Like, why?
See,
Like,
this
what?
is
But first of
Well, we
all,
just handling
first
crime.
of all, that is not true,
Everybody-
sir. Let me just throw that out there.
Everybody
That
just
is
turning
not
to
true.
Batman
He
at night.
probably
Like,
talking about the era of like 2008 when the city wasn't being rebuilt back
Who
then.
had the blue light? Who had the light
no,
on
that was
top?
Chicago.
Chicago. Excuse me.
Chicago.
Okay.
No, all that.
That's gone.
It's a new Detroit. It's a new
It's a
Detroit
new
going
Detroit.
on.
Right.
New Detroit going on. Buildings getting built every day. Houses getting built. More police. More of this. They coming together. Even the rappers. You know what I'm saying?
Like who?
All the hood rappers coming together. They just did a big concert at the arena, Little Caesars.
Was that 42 Doug?
Yeah, 42
Oh,
Doug.
shout out to
Everybody
42
came
Doug.
out. Everybody came
Yeah,
out.
shout out to 42
Yeah.
Doug. I fuck with the
You know what I'm
little
saying? You
one.
just
Yeah.
saw Eminem with Baby Tron and Big Sean.
Yeah.
Detroit is doing like this. We finally getting, okay, it's time
You're
for
merging.
us
Yeah,
to
we
get
taking
together.
notes from what other people done did to
Like,
get their
like-
cities popping.
Yeah, New
That
York,
was-
y'all always been together.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
No,
What?
No, we haven't.
I mean,
What?
in a sense, most
No.
of New York is together, ain't
No,
they?
we
No.
What?
No, we have. You're thinking of Atlanta.
What era?
Oh, well, okay, I'll get a lot. I mean, it's a few eras y'all been together. Y'all thinking of
No,
early
ever.
2000s? Y'all was
Ever.
together?
You think Scenario was like, Scenario, they all together? Like, no, nigga, no.
No,
Even then,
so that's false.
It's
That's
never
false.
been like that. Is that I could say New York unified? 9/11. That's about it. That's about
And
it.
that ain't got nothing to do with music.
And I ain't got nothing to do with
bro.
music.
Just like how Detroit used to be, cliques and crews. So you had Rough Riders and that. If you,
I mean,
go
I
to
know
the
you
music-
got different crews.
but they
Right.
never blended, bro. Like even if you look at some of these documentaries, you know what I'm saying? Jay ain't really fuck with X like that. You know what I'm saying? Like he respecting them as an
When
artist.
they on the
from what
same
they-
tour together?
Nah, but
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
even
You know
more
what I'm
than
saying? When they on
They
the
were-
same tour
they were
together?
competing.
You'll
Yeah.
see like little glimpses
Yeah.
of unity, but they never last long. Never last long.
We didn't have that. So that's what I'm saying. So we finally
fact.
getting our pieces together. When Slum Village came out, It was just Slum Village.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was cool with Proof, and that made me cool with the whole D12 and all that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but just as a whole, Detroit on the Slum Village train, no.
What sparked
You know
that?
what I'm saying? That ain't happen.
What got y'all doing that?
I think it's just the new generation of younger rappers
Yes.
seeing
Yes.
the mistakes that
That we
the
made.
past made.
Yeah, that we
Right.
made.
And they finally got it together. And now the older people like, damn, we should have been did this shit. It was this simple?
Yes.
Turn the whole city up?
Yes.
Well, what prevented it back then?
I mean, I
because
don't
I
know
say
what-
egos out here.
I would say egos. I remember we was trying to do our Detroit Deli album. And the Detroit Deli album, the purpose was to put all types of Detroit rap on one album.
Right.
So we reached out to a lot of people, from hood dudes to hip hop dudes. We got a lot of no's, then we got yeses.
Why?
Just cause they didn't have the Atlanta mentality that I can be a super hip hop guy and I can be hood and we can get on the same song. It didn't click like that back then for some reason.
The first time
You know
it
what I'm
clicked
saying?
was College Dropout. Really. Where it was a blend of, from, in my opinion, from both worlds. Where you
Right.
had hip hop beats, street raps, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
mixed with Ludacris and everything else. It was
Right.
a stew pop.
Right.
So people in Detroit felt like if I'm from the hood and I'm rapping about shooting people, how am I gonna rap with Slum Village?
Right.
They ain't rapping about that. So they didn't know I feel like they didn't know how to adapt at the time to blend on any kind of record, which kept everybody separate.
Right. And nobody was in other people's studio sessions. I saw that in New York. You have all studio sessions. If you got here, this person here. No, we way on the other side of town. This guy way here. I don't know what he doing in the studio.
What's a major studio in Detroit?
It wasn't. Everybody had their own. You know what I'm saying? It was
That's
home
right.
studios.
There was no meeting
before M came out and made studios like that.
Yeah, you had little hubs. You
But we had our studio.
studio.
We had our studio, which is in Southfield, was kind of like a hub for a lot of people to come through.
Yeah, a lot of people came through there from Aaliyah to Timbaland, Missy. They recorded One in a Million in there.
Wow.
That's fine.
Everybody. Damn
Proof
near
was
Corrupt,
there. Yeah.
D12.
Yeah.
Did you sit in for that session?
Yeah, I was there for that. Yeah.
What is Aaliyah like in the studio?
I just kept looking at her. I ain't even gonna lie. She told me I was cute, and I was like, "Oh my god, Aaliyah told me I'm cute. I'm lit." But it was cool. Timbaland was in there. He throw the headphones on.
Right.
You know, they came and picked me up from school. Timbaland and my pops. And from there, when I went there,
What grade were you in?
I was in I had to be, what's that, 96? They probably recorded 95. I had to be like 12,
12th grade.
13, somewhere around there.
Wow.
So, you know what I'm saying? I was like, what is this? You know what I'm saying? Like, I never heard music that sounded like that.
Right.
It broke the mold.
Right.
So he was, my pops like, what you think? I was like, that's crazy.
It's crazy. Did you know it was going to be like a hit?
No, I had no clue. I just knew it was different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I knew they was in the studio working. And one of the days that I could come up there, they was working on One in a Million.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, they was talking to me about the D-Dot interview before the cameras came on.
Yeah.
D-Dot's comments on Dilla.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was insane.
Well,
He said that Dilla, you know, basically, like, he was saying, in other words, you can't put Dilla in the top 5. Like, he ain't sold enough records. I'm dropping shit. You know what I'm saying? I was consistent. I sold all these records. And basically, just because a nigga can take some samples, chop them, and flip them, you know what I'm saying, don't mean that he was dope.
The GOAT.
Yeah, they don't
Did
mean
was
he
it
was
dope? Was it? I think he was making a argument about producers and beat makers.
That's cool.
Okay.
Right.
That's cool, but that ain't got nothing to do with. First of all, he didn't have to be brought up, period. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's number one.
normally,
Yeah, right.
I would mind my business, but that's like big bro. You know what I'm saying? So no slander is tolerated. Period. So for me, it's like, I get it. You did what you did. You laid a blueprint. You know what I'm saying? You showed people how to make hits, but you didn't shift the culture. Dilla shifted
No,
from how the whole
can
bop
make
of what people was doing.
I can make an argument
Okay.
that a lot of records that came out of Bad Boy influenced a lot of other shit.
But he wasn't on all those records that came out of Bad Boy.
No, maybe not.
Okay, so you can't give him that. So, but I could tell you all the stuff that Dilla did that shifted the culture.
All right, let's run
From
it down.
neo soul.
Let's run it down.
He started that.
The neo,
period.
the neo soul vibe.
The snap drums, the offbeat pocket.
The
It's
type of
so
samples
much
that was
the-
being accepted in pop music. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
He
it's so
could
many
give
things.
it to me, baby, and they didn't even know what it was. That's you took Rick James, took the whole shit, flipped it around, and they like this crazy.
Didn't even have to clear the sound.
Didn't even have to, you know what I'm saying, do shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So it's
yes,
like
yes, yes.
at this point, it's like you can't tear him down to make your point that you deserve, your argument for you deserving to be in the top 5.
Only thing I say, don't shit on another nigga to get your praise. Just get your praise. That's what I say.
You felt
know
like
what I'm
that's what he's
saying?
doing?
Yeah, you don't have to down nobody to say. Just say what you did. I don't say yeah, but I'm better than this dude. I don't do that. I'm just me. I'm doing me, son. You know what I'm saying? Let me do me. I don't think you need to have a comparison, especially somebody who's not in the physical form. What is you doing, bro? I'm gonna go back and talk about Tupac. You know what I'm saying? What? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But people, people do it. I don't think it's out of disrespect. I don't think it's out of disrespect. I don't think he was trying to take anything away from Dilla. He was just trying to point out the difference in what he was creating.
Well, you know, Detroit niggas take that shit serious. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that, man. Find something else to say, what you got to say. You made some hits. Nobody front on you. Did your thing.
He made classics.
He made some shit. I ain't gonna even front on him. He made some shit.
Right.
But Dilla is Dilla, and you is you.
How did the whole thing come together?
Oh, the Dilla, high school. You know what I'm saying? I heard about a dude. He was supposed to be ridiculous on beats, even back then. You know what I'm saying? So I had a crew already. It was, you know, we kind of got together. Heard about this guy. He's supposed to be ridiculous. Went to his house. You know what I'm saying? He had on baggy clothes. Like, he was real skinny, like skinnier than skinny. So he used to wear like double layers of clothes. You know what I'm saying? So he was looking like, okay. Went up there, played us some shit. It was ridiculous. Like, I never heard it before. And that's back in the day when people used to pause and record to do beats.
Pause tapes.
Yeah, pause tapes. So you had to loop the beat. But it sounded like any hip-hop joint that was out.
Right.
So he had it mastered even back then.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So so he was a musical genius even from the rip. You know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of people don't know that he was supposed to go to Air Force school and he didn't want to go just because he was smart and passed the test. You know what I'm saying? He was really like a smart dude. You know what I'm saying? So
who at that time would you say was his favorite producer?
That time, who was out at that time?
Because usually when you meet a producer,
Yeah, it's probably Q-Tip.
Q-Tip?
or Pete.
Yeah, probably Q-Tip or Pete.
yeah,
Q-Tip or Pete.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
He worked with Q.
yeah. I mean, Slum Village wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for Q-Tip. You know what I'm saying? That got us our whole start.
How? Explain that.
wow,
Well, what happened was we, my man Ant Filler, rest in peace to him. He was part of the Parliament Funkadelic. You know what I'm saying?
The
He was a
original band?
Keyboard, no, not the original, but he was a part of it. He was on tour.
Okay.
And Tribe was on tour too. It was Lollapalooza. So he was like, man, I got a beat guy that's cold, Q-Tip, that you gonna love. I got a crew they call Slum Village, whatever. He was like, okay, well, just, you know what? Just let me hear their demo. So what happened was he set it up. We did a demo. Slum Village, we went in the studio, RJ Wright studio, his dad's studio, and recorded it. And me and Dilla went to Lollapalooza, went on Tribe Called Quest bus, gave it to Q-Tip. He said 2 words to us. That was it. He left. 2 days later, he called Dilla. I love the beats. He wasn't messing with our demo at the time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But he loved them beats.
but he loved the beat.
The beats was crazy. And after that, they started the UMA. That's when the UMA started. So Dilla was doing beats, and that's how Dilla got out there for it. So Slum Village was still waiting. You know what I'm saying? We was still
what year
waiting.
was this?
It had to be
90,
94.
94.
90, yeah. probably
So we waited a good 2 years before we got on. So Dilla was doing his thing. Me and Baten was still very broke. He was broke. But we decided to do Volume 1. And we did Volume 1 because we had a beef for the group. It was some silly beef.
Break it down.
Well, basically like this, Dilla was doing beats for people. Like he would do major beats for like major people, but he would still do beats for people in the hood. For the low. So he did a demo,
What was the low?
few hundred.
Few hundred.
You know what I'm saying? Just something so he can go to the strip bar and trick off. You know, that's all he was gonna do with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he did a whole demo on Phi Ella, which was Proof's group. Because Proof was our homie. And they was blowing up in the city with that. And one of my homeboys was like, man, this nigga did them, man. He ain't even did y'all album yet. And y'all a crew. And he was like, you know what, you right. So what we did in a week, we did Volume 1 after that, just off of that. So we did the whole album, 22 songs in a week. So we did that, and then we shipped that to Q-Tip. And when Q-Tip heard that, he went crazy. He said, this is it. This the new wave.
In 1 week.
Yes, did that in 1 week.
Shout out
Printer-
to Q-Tip.
Yeah.
Shout out to Q-Tip.
And what Q-Tip did, he took it to Questlove. He took it to P-Rock. He took it to Busta Rhymes.
D'Angelo, everybody.
And the buzz was just going crazy. So once we did that, we had about 5 labels looking for us.
Right.
Just off of Q. So if it weren't for Q-Tip, Slum Village would not be here.
What notable records was on that?
Players was on there.
Players was on there.
That's about I think we only used 1 song off there.
For what? Volume 1?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know. A piece of I don't know, like half of I don't know.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so it's like 2 songs that we actually used to do when we got the deal.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that's what got the buzz going. So things was word of mouth, so it's harder to get stuff. You have to actually ship stuff and hand stuff to a person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Wait
With no
for the-
email.
Yeah, 5 to 10 business days, all that shit.
Yeah. So yeah, that's how we got on.
Wow.
With you.
When you run into Tip now, what's the vibe?
It's still love.
Pause. It was crazy.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, still love, man. And you know what, man? I think
Dame wouldn't be too happy with that one.
Yeah, nah, he would have stopped that immediately.
I think Cam would have came in here and be like, yo,
Like, whoa, calm down.
Yo, Cam and Bass, yeah. But yeah, man, Q-Tip he's the GOAT, man. He does a lot of things first.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He
I'll
that
say that.
guy. You know what I'm saying?
We've had a lot
First.
of people come in here, sit in that chair, and tell us how Q-Tip was instrumental in their career.
Yes,
He
definitely.
discovered this, and he said that.
Yes.
Buster calls him the Dr. Dre of the East.
Yeah,
Like,
okay,
that's
yeah.
accurate.
Yeah.
I can say that. Yeah, for sure.
Which is crazy.
Like
For
if
sure.
he'd have started his own label, it
Yeah.
would be like what Aftermath is, what Death Row was. If Q would have started his own label,
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
they had that a lot.
Yeah.
That group didn't. Your group hasn't been able to just be all good. Like you guys have had some of the biggest tragedies.
Yes.
Like the
Sure.
Before One group.
Yeah, we had about 30 of them.
He said like about 30 of them.
You had about 30 of them.
The fact that you can laugh.
The first tragedy that we had was actually Q-Tip endorsing us. That's the first tragedy.
How was
Is that
it a tragedy?
I'm gonna tell you how. Because at the time he endorsed us on our record, he said on our record that he was going to retire. So the whole New York took it like he's retiring because of Slum Village.
Because
So when the Source magazine heard about Slum Village, they were mad at us. They hated us.
Why?
Because he said he's passing the torch. He said this on a song. So it gave us like, to some Detroit
right.
niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Wow.
That's number one out the gate. They killed us. Anybody who loved Tribe Called Quest, The fuck is these niggas?
Right. Oh,
You know
that's
what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie, that's crazy.
And we had to deal with that. So we came out the gate with a cross on our back.
They hit you with the Jay-Z Memphis Bleak formula.
Yeah,
Too
the
much.
stigma.
Too much.
Never outshine
Too
the
much.
master.
Too much.
And you wasn't even trying. You didn't even ask him.
No, we didn't ask
No.
for that. No, we didn't ask for that.
But how did you feel when you heard it?
Let me tell you what happened. I was walking. we was in the studio.
He thought it was gonna work.
No. I didn't think it was gonna work. We was in the studio. We came to New York to record Hold Tight, which is one of the joints we had.
Right.
And I guess Q-Tip was hungry. I was hungry. We was walking to Sabero's to get a slice of pizza. Walking. He was like, "Yeah, man."
Is that quad?
Huh?
Is that quad?
It had to be. It had to be.
Yeah. So
We had to be
Sabero's
walking to
is
get
right
a
across
we
the
had to
street.
go walking to get a slice
Right.
of pizza. He was like, "Man, you know, I'm out, man. This game, it's grimy, man. I'm over this music stuff. You man, I'm gonna let y'all have it, man. Y'all the next wave, whatever." I'm listening like, "What, nigga? I'm just trying to do a song." you know what I'm saying? In my mind, can we just build and continue to
Right.
build
You know
on?
what I'm saying? Like,
Don't,
you know
you know what I'm saying?
Before you break out, can I get like 5 more 16s?
Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to build, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Right.
sitting there like, I'm an early nigga. I ain't really got no opinion though. I'm just listening.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? At that point, I'm like,
I didn't
shit.
leave when you got here. How you
Right,
showing up?
right.
Right.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, I'm out. I didn't got it.
Oh, you got this. Yeah, like this. Like, okay. No, I don't want to be, you know, okay.
Come on in.
No.
You in? All right, I'm glad.
We ain't shot no video together. We ain't kicked it. We ain't,
Nothing.
You know what I'm saying?
Nothing. You
You ain't been
just
like this, my man.
You want the same experience the rest of them got.
Yeah,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Golly. But yeah, so it was a weird time. So yeah, so that was trying to me. So and we dealt with it.
Right.
We got killed with the reviews and everything.
Because they kept.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel like the problem was that there was a comparison going on.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
And it was like.
But we Detroit with hip hop beats. This ain't Tribe.
Right.
It's Detroit with
Right.
hip hop beats.
People got
You
their
know what I'm
favorites
saying?
though, bro. So it's like,
Yeah, but it's hard. Like, you know, no offense to Bleak or nobody, but
Yeah.
when we heard Bleak is gonna be the new improved Jay-Z,
Bleak is gonna be a good rapper.
it just puts all this
it
pressure.
put so
on
much
artists.
pressure.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I went and I bought Bleak's album, and I was like, well, let me see.
Let me hear that.
I
did the
You know what I'm
same
saying?
thing.
Jay-Z,
Oh wow.
yeah.
Oh wow.
I did the same thing.
I didn't hear that statement, but maybe I would, you know.
No, they was saying that
It was
because
on the
of
Bleak
what
album.
he did on the intros to Jay's albums. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
People
no,
had this.
what you call it?
Coming
There
of
was a
age?
skit with Pain in the Ass where he said that Bleak's gonna be a good rapper.
New improved Jay-Z. I'm out.
Motherfuckers was just like, oh yeah? Well,
That's-
let's see.
That's never a good look, and
Yeah,
it
it's
definitely
not.
killed us.
It's tough.
Definitely killed us.
Especially when you do that on your best album. You said that on your best album, bro? Like, what?
Yeah.
that was
All
crazy.
Tribe fans instantly hate you.
Yeah.
Yes.
If they hold you responsible for this dude retiring.
So we had to work through that. So that alone put pressure on Dilla, and that's why Dilla said, "Yo, I'm about to go over here." So Dilla left. So Dilla tells me the same thing Q-Tip tell me. You got it, T.
You know why they only leave it on Jay? Like, why nobody saying yo Jay?
No, because this is what it was. He kind of put everybody in a boot camp.
Right.
Like he would come before I was even making beats. He would come to the studio when I first started. Like, let me hear what you got.
Yeah.
Right.
And he'd be like, man, maybe you should do this. Like they laughed at my first beats. Like, get this shit out of here.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And I
He
didn't.
said yes for sure.
I didn't
I mean,
take
that's
it
what real
offensive.
niggas do. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I ain't taking offense. I'm like, well, shit, show me what to do.
Right.
And he like, well, this how you do this. This how you do that. When I come back, I'm gonna see what you do, and we gonna take it from there. And he
Right.
would come back and show me different things.
Right.
And then once it got to a certain point where I believed that he felt like, okay, T know what he doing, Jay on to something.
Right.
I can is the group is good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. And I was in a boot camp as well.
Yeah.
Right.
He used to leave me in the studio at night and just going through samples. I'll make beats and if he liked it, he'd say he liked it. If he didn't, I wouldn't hear shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it
Play the
was.
next
So,
one.
but
Yeah.
he schooled us. So
Right.
most of this camp, he kind of schooled us. You know what I'm saying? So we kind of knew, but at the same time, I wasn't ready for any of this. I enjoy being the middleman. I enjoyed that position. I could just do this. I would do the hooks sometimes, write the hooks and my verse, and I'm cool with that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let me play my position. I enjoyed it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But then it was just, the group is mine.
You're the front man now.
I'm like, okay, cool. Not only that, we had money on the table. We had a label that's a nice budget. It was like almost $1 million, $500,000 budget. I mean, I'm gonna go say no to that.
Which at the time was kind of unheard of for your particular genre.
For sure.
For sure. So we had the money was there, the situation was there, and they didn't really know who was really in the group,
The label didn't care.
and they didn't care.
They said who wrote the
They said who wrote the hooks
Right.
and who writing verses. I said, well, I wrote like about 60% of the hooks, and I write my verse. And Batin was still there. He wrote his verses. So you had like 2/3 of the group, really. So they was like, cool, we with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And, you know, and that's how we continued to do it after that. Like 2 times, three.
Did
two
you
times.
guys feel abandoned?
We ain't had time to think.
No, at all.
Because by this point, you're moving.
Right.
All right. Selfish is out, correct?
No,
No,
not
Not yet.
This
Not
tainted.
yet.
This tainted.
This tainted.
This
Okay.
tainted. Yes, this
All right.
tainted. Yeah, it is tainted. So what happened was, this is what happened. So yeah, Dilla said he was gonna still do some beats on there. So he ain't totally abandoned. He ain't just throw us out there.
Right. Because you made
He
it
gonna do
sound
some
like
joints. But
But now he's
Hey,
not,
he ain't in the
disappeared
studio
in the
though.
mountains.
No, it ain't no studio.
But
He
he
ain't in
just
no
said it
studio.
too.
He a
he's not
sing.
rapping with you no
Damn.
more.
No, he ain't rapping either.
What he
Damn.
would
He
do,
just
he
doing
would
some
come
beats.
to the studio
He gonna do some beats.
late night after people gone and then say, what y'all got? You know what I'm saying? And then just disappear. Or drop off a beat tape.
Oh, drop off a beat tape.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you let's
Pick
see
some
what
off
y'all
there.
hear.
Pick some off there.
But why? Was it because
No, he had a whole nother deal with MCA.
He had
Right.
a label deal.
Yeah, so he had a label deal that he was going through. No, or was it the
No, he had a label deal with
was it Welcome to Detroit?
Welcome to Detroit was already out.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, he had a label deal with MCA. So he took a label deal and started a whole nother situation with him and Frank and Dank.
Mm-hmm.
So I had this whole situation with Capitol Records. So we talking Capitol. So we you know, they had the budget and we had to get it done.
right?
So we had to go on a mission of finding new talent. Now Jay had already been around and I knew he had beats, so he had to come up and really do some beats. And then we found Black Milk, and that's when we found Kareem Riggins and all these new people that had never produced, you know, in a national sense of things. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
And YG. So it was like I was just out there like just
Scouting.
rolling dice. You know what I'm trying to
Right.
see what I can see. So
For
me
sure.
and Jay was mostly the spearhead of putting this thing together. And his dad was like, well, you got the money, you got the opportunity, you just gonna have to make this happen.
Go for it.
It just so happened that
We had
That-
Tank.
yeah, we saw Dwelle at a jazz club and thought he was dope. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Right.
it was just pieces was just coming together, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, we came
So
up with that
you
single.
stayed positive through it.
Yeah.
Right.
You ain't got no choice. What you gonna do? Turn down the bread? The bread is the positivity.
Right.
Bread,
You know what I'm saying?
I came from the hood. We
In
have no
some cases, the
money.
bread is the positivity.
Somebody believe in you enough to hand you this amount of money.
Right.
Whether technically at the time they felt like Dilla was the star. So if you ready to hand me this money with this man being gone, then you must see something.
Right,
You know, something that maybe we don't even see.
right.
Right.
And you know, it worked out.
It was our most successful album, by the way.
Yeah, God blessed us with that
Yes,
because
Yeah.
yes.
it was
yeah.
supposed to be done then,
Right.
technically.
And some of my closest homeboys told me I shouldn't do Slum Village without Dilla. They actually told me this. Oh man, you shouldn't do this.
Yeah?
Yes.
What was the alternative?
Exactly.
There was no alternative.
That's why you don't listen to niggas, man. You can't listen to
You can't listen to niggas, yeah.
What is you saying to
I get
me?
that feeling a lot. I
You
get
know what
that
I'm
feeling a
saying?
lot. Wow.
I listen to you, bro.
I got a couple people that I
You know
sit
what
there
I'm
with.
saying?
I already know they got horrible decision making. They horrible with it.
Man, be
And
careful.
I'll ask him and do what the opposite of whatever this nigga say. Okay, all right. I'm gonna do the complete opposite, and it works out.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Yes.
you know you gotta have a gauge.
Right.
Yes.
My man said, I'm going to gamble on how wrong you are.
Right.
Just go in the opposite direction. And it works out. Okay, all right. Now, of course, the record that if you don't even know who Slum Village is, you know this record, Selfish.
Selfish.
How did that come together?
Well, Capitol gave us another run because we did so well with the first one.
Mm-hmm.
So they said, here's another budget for y'all niggas.
A bigger budget.
A bigger budget. By this time, I'm learning that Bartin has bipolar schizophrenia.
Mm-hmm.
And he is also having drug use that I don't even know about.
You mean besides the alcohol?
Yeah.
Besides alcohol.
What was it?
Drug use. Good old American crack. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Yeah?
So,
Not the soft.
no.
The hard.
And the thing about him is he is a spiritual brother.
Right.
Very spiritual.
Mm-hmm.
But somehow he had some demons that he was fighting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That I didn't know about. I thought he was always just eccentric. Because that's what you say in the hood. You know, the guy in the back of the house, you be like, oh, no, that's just, yeah. You know
That's my cousin.
yeah,
He's
you
just
know what I'm
eccentric.
saying? This nigga's just eccentric. You know what I'm saying? But when I started putting pieces together, I was like, oh,
It's
this
like,
nigga
nah, this
always
crack.
showed me traits
We didn't know that
he
till
was bipolar.
years
I'm
later.
saying before he started using the drugs.
Oh, this before.
This before.
Yeah, before he started
I-
using the drug, he already had mental issues that I didn't know that we dealing because
Diagnosed?
they don't talk about.
No.
They
He
don't
didn't,
talk
he
about.
didn't get
He
diagnosed.
didn't get
until-
diagnosed
But
after the
what were the
fact.
Way
moments
after.
when you didn't know it was crack?
Well, I found out he was cracked. It was already he was deep in at that point.
Yeah.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? At first, he was just eccentric and bipolar, and then what happened was this: how I knew that he had it in his family. We did a video shoot for Climax, right?
For sure.
We did a video shoot for Climax, and in Climax, we used his sister on the song.
What?
Right? She was cool.
Rest
she did
in
her thing.
peace.
Rest in peace to Tina.
Oh,
I love Tina.
Yeah. That's a-
And basically, she had an episode, a schizophrenic episode,
Mhm.
to the point we had to call police, ambulance, on the video shoot of Climax.
What happened?
Man, I don't even know how to explain it. She was just repeating stuff over and over and shaking, and then she said she saw somebody in a white sheet, and then my manager at the time had to put a white sheet over his head and said he was her, and it was like this is
Wait,
crazy.
no.
No,
You're not gonna brush past this, bro. You're not
This
gonna
is
brush
real
past
shit.
this.
This is real shit,
She
bro.
said she saw somebody in a white sheet,
Right.
And
So
when
and your
come out the
manager
room.
had to put the white
She
sheet
would
on
not come out the room.
to
yes.
get her to do something.
Yeah, we was trying to get her to do her other parts in the video.
So someone had to put a sheet
Yes.
and say,
Yes, my manager at the time did that.
what did he have to say?
He was like, I don't know what he said
I don't
exactly because
know.
I left the room after a while. It was too much for my young soul to handle at that time.
Hold on.
And I was like, and we end up having
Hold on.
some medical people come in. We had to fly her back home.
Did you get her to finish her parts?
She did a couple of parts, and we
She
just
was a
used
white
those
sheep.
couple of parts.
That's the
Because of the
reason
white
why
sheet.
she's not the main person singing the hook through the
Right.
whole video. That's
Right.
why it's different women
Pieces.
singing.
Yeah, we had flew a lot of people out. We had Questlove there and a bunch of other
So
people.
what was Barten saying during the
See, but that's what I'm saying. It's a trait in people's family. So that's what I'm saying I seen a glimpse in his sister first.
right.
And then Batin used to do stuff. Oh man, there's so many episodes. He was the old dirty bastard of Slum Village. It's so many stories he would just do stuff. You know, I feel like going to the grocery store 5 minutes before we go on the stage, or where's my 10 at? He just drunk 2 bottles of wine straight. It's just so many ridiculous things that would just happen that we had to have a handler. When you have to hire a whole handler for somebody.
Because nobody knew what was going on with him. We just thought like maybe the money or something like that got him just doing a bunch of randomness. You don't know what's going on.
You don't know.
So
How do you not? But how do you not know? I mean, you're on.
Because
black people don't talk
usually
about
you guys
mental issues.
go on tour. You're around each other 24/7.
remember-
We're not around each other 24/7.
No,
No,
you're not.
Because we on tour, we not. That's
You're not.
That's not a
Ain't
real
no
thing.
bus.
I'm here,
Y'all
you
flying.
there. We don't meet on stage. A, B, and C. You know what I'm saying?
Because you partly thinking like because he's spiritual. At that, like I'll give you another example. When they was going on tour with Tribe early, they opened up for Tribe on their last Love Movement college tour.
Right.
Dilla this is like one of the only tours that Dilla ever went on with Slum. Come on the bus, by 10 got garlic hanging up all over the bus. They like, man, why you got this stinking ass garlic up all over the bus? And he like, oh man, for the vampires. And niggas is like, is he, is he joking? You know what I'm saying? Like you don't know.
Wait, how do you not know?
Because you thinking,
because
because you thinking like one time he told me, we in the studio. He say, I can disappear. I'm like,
You about to leave?
like what you mean? He like, watch this. And I'm like,
that ain't funny. God
You know what
rest
I'm
the
saying?
dead.
Like-
God rest the dead.
but
man.
I'm thinking
Yeah, that
like,
ain't
you know what I'm
funny.
saying? Maybe it's something spiritual that he been reading up on. You know, I'm young, bro. I'm 16.
Not only that, we were spiritual brothers together.
Yeah.
I studied a lot of stuff that he studied. So it ain't like I didn't come from the same background
Hold on, I need that.
as that.
So when he didn't disappear, what was your response?
Yeah, that's
I was
funny.
like, you tripping. You tripping, Tim. You know what I'm saying? Like, you here. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not knowing, like, I'm
And
not
he's
going to play
younger.
along with
Right.
it.
He's
I'm
10
years younger.
Right.
He's 10 years younger than us.
Right.
So yeah.
So I'm like, okay. You know what I'm saying? All right, stop playing. Let's go get in the studio and finish up what we doing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Would there be a laugh or would there be
Yeah,
like,
like-
no, I'm telling you, I'm going?
no, like, he wouldn't keep it going. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? He'd just be like, all right, come on. And
It just be
like,
a
snap
little-
out of it. Yeah, like a glimpse. Little random
Yeah,
things.
it was a lot of things like that.
Right.
Tons of stories we could go
Wow.
on and on. But yeah.
Nobody could talk him into going to the doctor. And
Oh no, he went to the doctors eventually.
After the fact, once everybody realized,
Once when he left the group
yeah,
is when he went into the hospital. So it was like that whole Eddie Kane thing. You know what I'm saying? I remember even Elzai wrote about it on the song where he was like, we saw him outside. We was doing a show in Detroit and he was on the side of the building on some, I'm on drugs and I'm not in my right mind thing while we about to go on stage. It was the same 5 Heartbeats type of situation that we
Wow.
actually dealt with.
Wow.
that's kind
You know what I'm saying?
What did y'all do in that moment? We know what the Heartbeats did. What did y'all do?
We probably gave him some money and told him, we gonna talk to him later. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because the time was ticking. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you're supposed to do. It's a tricky situation. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what to do.
Man.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But let's just fast forward. After that, we brought him back into the group
Right.
years later.
Right.
So
Because he got clean.
because he got clean.
Right.
So that's what we did. So before he passed, we brought him back in the group, which was one of my main things I wanted to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because he started this group with me, and I wanted to make sure he was a part of it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I don't care, even on the smallest, even if he couldn't perform, whatever. I just want you here, bro. You deserve to be here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you know,
How
that's-
did that go?
it didn't go well.
Was it?
It didn't go well, bro.
Oh.
Once again, so like I said, we got the deal, and he decides he wants to leave. Well, as soon as we got the second deal, we was going to do the second album. Batim wants to leave. Now we're not knowing what he dealing with. Like I said, I didn't know he was on or even was bipolar. We just say, okay, man, you know, that's your wishes. You want to leave? You want to leave. Do your thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And now I'm sitting here with a whole deal with no group. I'm talking about more
We're talking
money.
about one person leaving.
No, you talking about
Remember,
first
Dylan
Dylan left,
Dylan, right.
and now it's me and 10.
Right.
And now we talking about 10 leaving.
It's a three-man group.
It's a,
The three-man group.
it's just me
Two
with a
people left.
budget. I don't have nobody.
Right.
So by 10 is on the verge. He say he gonna still turn in some songs. Cool, but he not coming in the studio with us. He recording his own songs. We don't even know what he recorded. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact.
Wow.
So I was like, man, I gotta bring somebody in. And at the time, I was managing Elzai because I wanted to have an artist. I was actually just gonna manage Elzai, but I was like, man, I gotta bring somebody in because I don't think by 10 gonna make it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I brought Elzai in. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reason why. That's how El got in the group.
Wow.
Shout out to
You know what
Elzai.
I'm
Shout out
saying?
to
Yeah.
Elzai.
Beast.
Yeah.
Beast.
That's how he got in the group.
One of the meanest with a pen. That dude's pen is
All right.
some other shit.
So in between tragedies, Selfish. How
Yeah,
did it
we
come
did
to be?
Selfish. Yeah, we did Selfish.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
He
How-
like,
how did
I
that
asked you
come-
about Selfish a long time ago.
Okay,
We
okay,
went
what's
somewhere
Selfish?
No, but he kind of explained a lot of other selfishness. But
Selfish was cool, man. You know what I'm saying? It was a gift and curse with Selfish because what happened was I was originally supposed to do a record with Kanye back when we did Tainted, and I didn't do the record. You know what I'm saying? He wanted me to get on his album
College
he
dropout.
because he heard that because he heard Tainted. He was like, "Oh man, I like your flow on Tainted."
right.
So I went up in this in a W, and he played. That's when I heard Jesus Walk the first time. It wasn't even out. I was like, "This is incredible."
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
Shout out to Ron Fest.
yeah, all that. Shout out to
Right.
Rhyme Fest, yeah, for sure. But he said, "I'm gonna send you a record." He sent me a record. It was a very depressive record that
It's
Kanye
online.
sent.
It's online.
It's called The Magic Man.
Man with the magic hand or something
Yeah,
like that about
and
a pimp.
it was about a pimp. I was like, I didn't never do the record. I just stalled and never did the record. So,
Why did you just say send me another one?
cause you can't just tell Kanye to sing you another one.
Why?
Cause you cannot tell Kanye to just sing.
It was
another
like that back then. Like you couldn't tell it. You just
Nah, we wasn't that close where I could be like, nah, nigga, send me something else. Nah, we wasn't that close.
Oh shit.
So fast forward, our label was like, so who y'all want to get on the album? It was like, yeah, we want Kanye, we want Outkast, we want this, we want that, we want that. It's like, okay, Kanye. So Kanye taxed us.
He's like,
$90,000.
you didn't get on that record.
$90,000.
You ain't get on that record.
But it wasn't
And
just that.
he remembered too. He remembered I not get on that record.
But that wasn't
Nigga,
the
like-
only reason why he taxed the 90, bro. That wasn't the only reason. He taxed the 90 because Wendy Goldstein was the A&R for Slump.
Okay.
And Wendy turned him down.
Damn.
Yeah.
So he said it in the studio. Y'all paying because of her. That's the reason why you getting taxed like this.
90 racks.
90 racks. Nah, we had a nice budget. That's when you had budgets for real. Right.
Right.
You had budgets. Our video was like $250. So you had budgets back then.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
So
That video was more than that. That video was like $500,000.
yeah, something like that. Anyway.
$500,000, even though y'all shot it.
No. Selfish was shot in 4 locations.
Right.
But and it had like
The audition
200
thing.
women.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm
In
saying?
my mind, I always thought the audition thing was like let's keep the budget down on this one.
Were those paid actresses?
Yes.
Yikes.
Wow.
Yes.
Yikes for.
Because nobody thought to just put an ad in the paper. You gotta pay all of them, bro. Do you remember that video?
Yeah, I would have got a couple of homegirls. I mean,
I'd have put an ad in the paper. Hey, audition for a video. Back then, you could have did that.
I mean, even
bro.
if you do that, you still got to write some type of check.
And then, the
Sandwich, lunch
directors
meat.
was trying to make sure certain people worked and ate.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That was Chris Robinson. So,
Chris Robinson.
Chris
Shout out to Chris Robinson.
Yeah.
He a beast on the video.
Right.
By the way. So we asked that. Kanye did it. We go in the studio. He played one beat. By the way,
one.
One beat. He's like, okay, this is what I'm hearing for y'all. He was like, okay. He was like, I got a concept to it. I was like, okay, I like the concept. Cool. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, I can deal with that. And then he ended up rapping his verse. Like he already had a verse. He was rapping, like all out Kanye. You know what I'm saying?
Now let me ask.
This Polo Kanye.
Right, now let me
You know what I'm
ask.
saying?
Was the verse longer than what y'all put out?
That's just what he
No.
That's what he rapped.
That's what he rapped. Because
Yeah.
that verse always sounded like it had started already, and then y'all just was like, all right, we're gonna start it here from now.
No, it's what he wrote. And then he had John Legend. John Legend had never did a feature before.
Not
So-
that he was credited on.
That he was credited on.
Right.
So we was like his first feature.
Dope.
And he was like, this is my new artist. You know, whatever. I was like, okay, cool, man. You know what I'm saying? He was singing it. I heard it. I was like, okay, dope. We had it.
Mhm.
And I came up with the little sub hook, maybe I'm selfish, that part. You know what I'm saying? And Kanye and John Legend had the other part. So I wrote half of my verse that day. And then, cause we was in LA. So we had to kind of do it on the spot.
Right.
And then we was like, oh, L said he needed more time. So L took about a day.
Too.
He said two. Because I had laid my verse out. Then the next day I laid my verse out. I was done. And we was just waiting on L. So
Yeah.
L had to go to the B studio because it took him so long. And Kanye's just like, you know, he ready, he mixing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He ready to get it done. You know what I'm saying? And then we knocked out the record. And, you know, like I said, it was one of the bigger records that we had. You know what I'm saying? And it was crazy, man. And the craziest thing is we invited Dilla to the shoot. So that's full circle.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
He in the video.
He in the video. It's a small glimpse of Dilla in the video.
Right.
But it was just a sad situation because I didn't get a chance to talk to Dilla or nothing. We had so much going on. And at that point, he was trying to rebuild his situation. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know, it was just
It was just a lot.
It was a lot.
Wasn't
It was
there
a
a
lot.
spot for him in Slum Village? Like there was no way you could just.
I mean, of course, it's always a spot.
See, this,
But did you feel a way like, yo, you jumped ship, dog?
no.
Like, never?
I never
See,
felt
what
that
happened
way.
was
No.
he was supposed to come and be in the group on that album. He was supposed to be, it was supposed to be all four people back.
Right.
That's why the song was called The Reunion.
Right.
So what happened was when he was getting sick and he was in LA, I called him like, hey, you know, we in LA, come to the video, or on a two-way pager back then.
Right.
And he came up there and he was like, damn, this, you know, like he was happy. Like, damn, this is crazy. Like, y'all don't need me no more. And we like, bro, what the fuck is you talking about? Yeah, we need you. You Dilla, bro. Like, don't forget that.
Right.
Nah, y'all got Ye nah. And then a guy named Scrap was like, man, you know, see, he over here producing that shit for your group. And he was like, you killing, you know, he killing you. And Dilla was like, word? That's how you feel?
Wow.
And he was like, yeah, he doing all that soul shit. That shit that you was doing. And he was like, so you think he better than me? And he was like, I ain't saying that, I'm just saying. And then he went back and did Donuts. That's the reason he had all them soul samples on Donuts. That was his answer for that statement in the Selfish video.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah, but man, ultimately, I would have wished that we would have all been together on one situation.
Yeah.
I'm never trying to be divided. You know what I'm saying? That's
Right.
never my goal.
Right.
You know, I'm about unity. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I'm just sad, man. It's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff that I wish I could have said to Dilla before he passed. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get a chance to say because I was too busy doing my own thing, trying to keep my shit going. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
God, you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
But, you know, no regrets, man. You know, it is what it is. Life is life.
Rest in peace, Jay Dilla.
For sure.
Rest in
Peace by Chin.
Rest in
We're
peace,
going to
my
take a
team.
5-minute break.
The good clubs back then were in the Bronx. The best ones were up in the Bronx.
Yeah,
Golden
Sin
Lady.
City was the best.
Eh,
Sue's
about Sin
Rendezvous
City.
was trash. Sin City.
You know the club I always
was
wanted
the
to go to,
best.
though? What was that hip-hop club that Q-Tip used to always talk about?
So?
The Tunnel.
The Tunnel.
I
Oh,
never
my.
went to the
Talk about
motherfucking Tunnel,
Another
man.
spot. You're
Another
talking about
spot.
another spot where the Brooklyn niggas is just with who they with?
And
watching.
again, just so you know, Brooklyn was notorious for robbing people.
Everything.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Everything.
He's saying it like if I went
Like
to
it was
club,
a safe spot.
I'd
Like,
be safe. Like no.
No, you was as safe in the Golden Lady.
I just said that. I literally just said that. So you
Security
backing
didn't
my
even
point up.
stand outside. Yo, that's crazy.
I didn't.
Them niggas
where your
was
security
inside.
at? Y'all
I ain't
niggas
see
ain't-
nothing.
They from Brooklyn too.
Facts. Oh wow,
I never
bro.
had no issues.
Golden Lady.
If you
Shit.
started a fight in a strip club, I just look at you like you were a loser.
Yeah,
You're not
Yeah,
enjoying yourself.
nobody's
you're not
starting
enjoying
to fight.
yourself, bro.
Nobody's starting to fight in the
It's
strip club.
naked women.
Yeah,
on
nobody's
stage,
starting
you
to fight.
beefing with another dude, something wrong with you.
Yeah, man. Wait.
If that happened, usually it's over a chick.
When
Over a chick.
No, we used to.
Nigga walk in,
Yeah, man.
and the chick that
I'd be
you
like,
fuck
yo,
with-
get him a dance. Get that nigga a dance. Chill out. You
Only
know what I'm saying?
Only beef I ever saw in a strip club didn't start there, finished there. Somebody caught somebody
in the spot.
slipping.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
he
yeah,
was
yeah.
sitting
I
there
mean,
with his
look.
feet up, and they caught him, and that was that.
Listen.
You know what? We never had any problems.
Only
Slum Village was like this. We was just coasting through like this. Like, oh, we the good dudes. Don't fuck with us.
Yeah, we good. We
hip
chilling.
hopping over here. We ain't got nothing to do with that shit.
From a
You know what I'm
city,
saying?
Y'all avoided all the issues.
All that. I was in a strip club like this, just chilling.
No gang affiliation, no nothing. Like,
From a
was
city that
coasting.
was known for that shit.
And we was coasting.
whoa.
I don't know how y'all pulled that off.
I mean, grace of God.
Grace of God.
Grace of God.
Grace
Oh,
of
mind
God.
your business.
Mind your
We mind our
motherfucking
business.
business.
Y'all had a
You
good
know what I'm
relationship
saying?
with Trick back then?
Yeah. Trick is
Of course.
cool. We
Trick
got
is
cool.
cool.
Cool
Yeah.
with everybody in Detroit. For sure. Trick, my nigga. Yeah.
I'm glad to hear y'all are pulling it together as a city. I hope everybody takes that as a.
I mean, I think we the last people to do it. Midwest is different from everything else.
No, Cali just did it. Cali just started.
I mean, Cali been doing that though, man. Remember,
No.
it used to
No,
be,
no,
it used
Cali
to
hadn't
be
had-
Dre,
No.
this nigga, that
Talking
nigga,
about
that.
unified
No.
in the streets.
yeah, like the
I'm not talking about the gangs. They tried that before too with the gangs. They had 2 gang rap groups back in the day. That ain't the first time the gangs that got together in Cali.
yeah, but it,
You know what I'm saying? That's not the first
We
time.
haven't seen
Yeah,
it.
they
We
done
haven't
tied the
seen
rags a couple times.
Yes,
We
for
haven't
sure.
seen it in this era at this level, like ever. What Kendrick is doing.
That's the
what
most positive thing about this beef. Is that.
and we got good records.
Yeah,
got
we did
good
good.
records.
We got some good
We
records.
got a bunch of
Nah,
good records out of
Kendrick
it.
went back to the slappers. That's what I told you. I was
Yeah.
like, man, nigga, make some slappers. Okay, you got your eclectic bag on. It's slapper time.
Yeah.
You got to come through now.
Who
You know
won?
what I'm saying?
Who won?
Kendrick, he's undefeated. He's still dancing. He's still making videos. What are you talking about? He's dancing on this nigga grave.
I ain't
What
gonna
is you
front.
talking about?
There's a meme going around right now
What is you talking about?
with Drake looking tired
At the white party.
at the white.
He looking
That's
like
that face of the
he like
face of the
no. The face is like if these motherfuckers play that song at this park.
No, he's looking like
Hell,
I know the face.
That's the
That
face.
is the motherfucking face. You know what? I love Drake and I love Kendrick though. I do love them both for different reasons. But if I was Drake,
you'd have done what?
no, it's time for him to dip in the sunset. You know what? You had that rap shit. I'm a pop artist. I'm gonna do this movie. I'm gone.
But if
You
you
take
a
that.
real hip hop,
You take that.
You a real
You
rapper,
take
but
that.
You can't do
you
that.
can't after begging a nigga to drop for 2 weeks. You can't.
11 days.
He tapped
Oh, this
out.
nigga got a time.
Yeah.
He tapped out.
It was
He
11
tapped
days.
out, and that's where he went wrong.
Well, he can't because his audience don't care about the aesthetics. Gentlemen, you know what I'm saying? His audience do not care about
It ain't
those.
about the audience. You think he don't feel away? You think he don't feel like
Niggas
Oh,
lose
he
all the
definitely
time.
feels
No, not
Niggas
like this.
lose.
No, once you
Not
experience,
like-
no,
Jay-Z
no, no,
didn't
no.
lose.
Not like this.
What?
Jay-Z didn't lose with Ether.
People,
Yes.
chil- no, wait,
But,
stop, stop.
but technically,
Come on now.
they
Bro.
cheated for not.
Children are not
Technically.
running around singing Ether at their parties. Children are singing. The NBA did not play Ether. The United States team did not play Ether. All of the above are playing They Not Like Us. They Not Like Us. There's a whole, and it's not going anywhere. We do the middle of the summer.
You know what's
That
funny?
record ain't going
You
nowhere.
know what's funny about that? I think he was just having fun, making fun. And it just so happened
That it hit.
That is a slapper. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know how crazy that is? I'm gonna do a crazy voice that I've never done before. I'm just gonna act silly and just talk dumb shit. And it was a slapper.
I think he
now he got to change the whole direction of his album, as we know.
And you're getting glimpses.
Right.
And you could tell it ain't gonna be like the other one.
Oh, hell no.
You could tell.
You ain't getting no saxophones. You ain't gonna hear no saxophones on this one.
Well, damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you know he tried to get his eclectic bag. I'm not mad at that.
Right.
Even though, first of all, Drake saved Kendrick's life. Let's keep it funky.
No, I'm not buying that.
No, Kendrick was in the grave.
No,
that
he
last
wasn't.
album flopped,
He
bro.
was just fine.
That last,
He was
come
just-
on,
you
man.
can't say flop.
Niggas don't want to talk the truth
It was
here.
fine,
I thought we had the truth.
He's
before.
not making
Come on,
those.
nah,
We
listen,
on
he's not
camera.
making those
Nah,
kind of albums.
this ain't. This
We on camera. We rolling.
Okay. If we on camera, then no. I ain't saying that. If we on camera, then that's a real nigga talk. You know what I'm saying?
Look,
I'm not gonna say that because
But
I
this is the real
I
talk.
love them both.
See,
I
this is-
love
see,
them
this
both.
is-
Right, but all
I
right.
love
So
them both.
just being clear. I kinda not agree. Like it flopped. It was two in one zone.
I can't even give you my real take because if we on camera, if me and Jaden had these talks
Yeah, for sure.
many a times.
I-
you know what I'm
I-
saying?
We done had to talk.
I don't have
Million
no problem
times.
saying how I feel about it. I feel that both of them talented. I
Yes.
feel like Drake should have never baited Kendrick. After he responded, he should have just left it alone. Maybe Kendrick would have let it slide. But the fact that you kept going and going,
No.
you ain't dropped yet. Y'all, you ain't dropped. I'm going to drop another record. He dropped another record.
Because he was thinking back to back.
Well, you thought
He was
wrong.
thinking back
But-
to back.
Okay, so as a battle,
You know what I'm
as a
saying?
battle rapper, right?
Right.
You catch a body one time,
Right.
there's a high that comes with it. It's like, and for Drake, I feel like he chased that high, but he didn't.
Head first into a buzzsaw.
You said head first into a bus. No.
Fucking wood chipper.
No, I didn't start off like that.
No. Because
Because
I'm gonna be
Kendrick
honest
did
with you.
a
I'm gonna be honest with
gradual. He did a gradual. It wasn't no buzzsaw, bro.
It wasn't no buzzsaw.
'Cause
and to be
Kendrick was-
honest,
I mean,
we leaving out some records.
yes.
We leaving out some records.
Yes.
What I feel like happened is Drake got outpaced. When he decided, like, I don't even know if I want to diss you no more, it sounded like he was waving a white flag. I feel like the records just kept coming from Kendrick, and people looked at it like, all right, because we ignoring the six whatever time.
616.
Right. We
First
ignoring
of
that.
all, let me tell you how it went. It went Kendrick win. Then it went Drake. Okay. Then it went Drake win.
Right.
Then it was Drake again. And then it was Drake, and then it was all of a sudden game over. Yeah. That's how it went.
And, like,
so
it just-
it wasn't
He
like
took them
it wasn't like he
11
just
days to
won.
build the arsenal.
Yeah.
11 days to build
Head
the
first
arsenal.
into a buzzsaw. I said what I said. I don't know how
Said
you.
head first into a
I don't know.
buzzsaw.
Yeah,
No,
you keep
no,
chasing-
because technically people felt like he lost because he tapped out.
That's still a loss, bro. What?
But it's not head first into a buzzsaw.
No, head first into a buzzsaw.
That's like it's like yo, it's even up until the third round, and I just decided not to spin.
no.
the third round.
Somebody give him a Grammy right now. Okay, now you're probably gonna get a Grammy. Like you just kept running. You ran
But
into
you know why you
a
said
brick
that.
wall.
You know what-
I don't, bro. We rehashing this. I don't care about the why. I care about the result. I'm not gonna sit here and try and think for him. I watched what you did. My first thing with Drake was stop dissing everybody else. Focus on Kendrick. Stop throwing away bars for other people who took shots at you. Clear and present danger is this little nigga over here who's telling you, I'm.
See,
Clear
didn't
and
need
present
to go after
danger
Pharrell.
is
He didn't need to
everything,
go
bro.
after
What are you
Pharrell.
talking about?
well,
He
number
didn't need to go after
one, number one.
Don't go after Pharrell. Don't waste your time with Rick Ross. Don't stop. Yo,
Don't-
focus on this dude.
Hold on.
First of all, don't go
Because I
after
gotta ask.
producers.
I gotta ask.
Don't go
Hold
after
on.
no producers.
Hold on. I gotta ask.
You know what I
I
mean?
gotta
Yeah,
ask.
Metro. Why you throwing?
So hold on.
Metro killed him.
So wait.
Low key.
Yeah.
Can we agree? Future set this whole thing off, right?
Yes.
No.
Did we ever count who won between Future and Drake?
No.
No.
We never did.
No.
Rick Ross responded. Did we ever count who won between Drake and Rick Ross?
Because it wasn't
Ross.
like-
No,
He
but
ignored
no,
Ross.
he didn't.
What did
no,
he give Ross?
didn't,
What did he
bro.
give
What are you
Ross?
talking about?
What did
Family
he give
Matters.
Ross?
He had a whole 16 for Ross. What are you talking about?
I missed that completely.
Yeah, because you was waiting for Kendrick
Well,
to drop
here's
it.
the
Because I didn't hear
'Cause you
nothing
was waiting for
worth
Kendrick.
fucking
Here's the thing.
listening
But
to.
look, we never counted that,
The
right?
thing with Ross was comedy. It wasn't the verses. It was just
It
the
became
jokes.
comedy because we didn't count the diss record.
First of all, he the one created BBL Drizzy.
Yeah.
So what are we talking
So
about?
did
It
he
was
write
all for
you-
Rich
but
Ross.
Yeah.
but this
You know
was an
what I'm
ad
saying?
lib. We talking about an ad
But
lib.
that
and ad-lib
said it
became the
all.
anthem.
That's
Ad lib.
ad-lib became an anthem.
White boy, like people still say that, and now
No.
his whole thing became the.
He had a
the
good response
backdrop.
for the white boy shit.
No, he didn't.
Really?
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't. Going on
He
with his
did.
mother and talking like
No.
that was a horrible. thing
Yeah,
to
that
do.
was great.
That was horrible.
Maybe the next record you shouldn't say, nigga, I said it. What are you talking about? That was
You
great.
bring your white mother
I enjoyed
into
it.
a conversation talking about he's being
What?
racist. That did not
But here's-
work, bro. That
here's
was
what
a
I'm
bad
saying.
idea.
You know what I'm saying?
Bruh,
Like,
that was
I'm gonna say
hilarious.
this. I'm gonna say this again. Two talented artists, both on different spectrums.
Right.
Everybody needs to respect everybody's lane.
Nah, I want to know what Math think.
No.
As a battle rapper,
Right.
where did he go wrong?
He got outpaced.
So if you was in
So he
camp
should have had-
OVO,
Y'all
what would
remember
you have told
Bloodsport?
Drake?
Y'all remember Bloodsport?
Yes.
Yes.
You remember when Frank Dukes was fighting the Italian nigga?
Yes.
And they started going kick for kick?
Yes.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, Frank started kicking him twice for every one kick that he was, and eventually the nigga
Told
just
him
fell
ribs
out.
up. Yeah, for
And then he
sure.
roundhoused him and it was over.
Right.
It was that. It was kick for kick.
So what would you have told him
Then
to
Kendrick
win?
went double time on him, and it was like, oh shit,
But
I
what
can't
would
keep
you have
up.
told him to win? What would have been in your strategy?
I would have told him, Family Matters should have been 2 joints. Should have been 2 songs.
Okay.
It shouldn't have been 3 different breakups. It should have been
Too much.
2 joints. Right.
Okay.
I would have told him, don't lean heavy on that situation with him and his wife because you can't confirm that.
Okay.
Right.
And I would have told him, have some other shit like back to back. Wait,
No.
slap. You
This
need
is
the
this.
slap.
That's what I just said.
You need the slap.
The reason why he lost is because he took the fun factor out of it.
Yes, and he went
That is-
psychological.
He beat
He
Meek
went
Mill on some fun shit. I'm having fun. I'm gonna humiliate you like this, and that's the same thing
Right.
that Kendrick did to him.
Because motherfuckers
I'm
wanna
gonna have fun with it. Oh, I think I'm gonna make fun of you and make it sound good. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
That's how you
He-
beat a nigga. That's how
he
you
went
beat a nigga.
psychological on the last
Oh,
one,
don't do that.
and it was like, what are you trying to say? He got
First of all, you can't get
First
it.
of all, bro, we don't want to hear about niggas getting molested, bro. We don't. Wanna, I don't know if.
Wait.
I don't know if that's where you want to go with it. You know
all
what I mean?
all
Like,
that information came from the Mr. Morale album, which
No,
is super stupid. Which is super stupid because it's the first thing Kendrick said on Euphoria. He said, "You're gonna go in here and get the shit that I said on Mr. Morale." He
Right.
told him that, and then he went and did it.
it don't matter.
He went and did it. But then he said, "We fed you the information, and we got information on you."
He should have never said that. He should
All
never said
the shit you got on me came off of an album that I released.
But this is why I know. This is why everybody stopped counting Meet the Grams because of the last joint that he dropped.
I counted Meet the Gram.
You counted Meet the Grams, but there's a verse in there that is the result of you getting set up.
If you buy
So
that
everybody
shit,
kind
which I
of
don't-
bypassed it and was like,
if you buy
not
this
like
setup,
us
I
is
don't
the record.
necessarily
You
buy
know what
it.
I mean? Okay.
Because the record to the verse towards Adonis was so fucking crazy. Like, imagine Adonis get mad at Drake, go in his room, slam the door, and turn on Meet the
yeah, but imagine I have that verse, and then I spit another verse that is the result of me just sitting back laughing.
You
at
ain't made
saying
it past this verse, and this nigga ain't laughing about shit.
Oh,
And if you
bro.
fed me this information, why you feeding me information about you being a child molester?
Because on the battle rap side of it, that's a win. And the industry side of it,
Politically
Well,
incorrect.
next time
It's
tell him
a little bit.
Tell him to go to Smack and do it. But for where he did it, this
this
was
is what I'm
an
saying.
L. On the big stage,
If it was
this
on the
was a bunch
stage, it
of
wouldn't have
L.
been the same.
Right.
But
Okay.
But what Drake did is he tried to adopt what Kendrick was doing, and he forgot about the slaps. You make slaps, bro.
That's how you beat Meek Mill with a slapper.
Make some shit that we
Even
all
if he
be
wasn't
like,
talking about
oh,
Meek
shit.
Mill on that joint, it'll still be a slapper. It's a slapper. It's a fact that he put Meek Mill in the grave and slap.
So
you know what I'm saying?
So basically,
That's-
you
that's
think
a-
that's what got Drake to respond in the
If
first
I'm
place? Is the
battling
fact
the-
that the Metro and Future joint was going so crazy.
Yes.
They like that.
Right.
It was a slapper.
It was a slapper.
Right.
It was a slapper.
But let's be honest,
If I'm a battle
nobody
nigga,
counted
that's
that.
what I'm going for.
Nobody said, okay, because Drake definitely responded to Future on multiple records. Nobody
Right.
said who won between that.
Because I never paid attention.
Because exactly.
Because it was never made known.
Because Future wasn't really going at people. So if the best thing Drake could have did is leave
The
it
whole
alone.
album
Leave it alone.
is a go at.
Bro,
But
We
not
don't
really.
trust you.
It's indirect.
We don't trust
though.
you.
It don't
Focus,
matter.
focus.
It don't
We
We
matter.
still don't trust you.
Talking
You dropped
to
2
you.
albums.
No, when you battling, you know you gotta have both guns like this.
Mhm.
You can't be like, yeah, might hit this nigga. You know, you can't do
No,
that.
you
That's
can't,
not how you
can
do that.
if you do it the right way.
He ain't do it the right way.
See,
That's what happened to Jay. The same shit. He over here, over there, and then what did Nas do? Right here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, damn. You know what I'm saying?
So
you
if
know
that's
what
the
I'm
case,
saying?
can you consider Takeover a diss record?
No,
if that's-
it's,
if that's-
no,
if
it's
that's
not
how
really
you
a
look
diss
at it.
record. It's
Yes,
just
it
a
is.
jab.
It
It's
is.
a jab.
It is.
It's
No,
a
no, no,
jab.
no,
It's a
no,
jab.
Yes, it is.
No,
but what the response to Ether was
Super
Ugly.
no, Blueprint 2.
Super
I
ugly.
thought Super
Blueprint
Ugly came
2.
out
Super
first.
Ugly.
Super Ugly was a freestyle.
Doesn't
the
matter, it
actual
was a
song
response.
response was Blueprint 2.
Super Ugly was the response.
No,
It's the
Super-
thing that came out immediately after Ether.
It was a freestyle.
Who cares? bro. You love
It
these
was a
asterisks
freestyle.
next to
So
shit.
who won the battle? Can we all say who won the battle?
What, between Jay and Nas?
Yeah.
Nas.
Okay, yeah.
I can't argue that.
Right.
But
You know what I'm hearing?
Let's
a
be
lot
real.
of?
Let's
You know
be
what
real.
It was a
They-
freestyle.
people-
It was this. It was that. Bro, all these disclaimers, all these asterisks, stop. If you throw a punch and it don't land, that's your fault. That's
Okay.
your fault. Ain't nobody telling them to do a fucking freestyle. Go make a record if that's the problem. If that's what it is, nobody told them to
So
not
if you
make a
throw a
slapper.
punch,
Go make a
if you
slapper.
throw a punch and you miss,
You just missed. And you can't sit there and go, boom. All right, that don't count. That don't count. That don't count.
So-
Let me do it again. Let me do it again.
So
Bro,
that
you
happened.
Fight. No, where? Where has that ever happened?
beat the Grams.
Shit, no, he threw a punch. You missed, nigga. It didn't
The
work.
whole excitement around Meet the Grams was people was like, Drake got a daughter, he's hiding her too.
No, the excitement over
Facts.
Meet the Grams was the fact that he released it 12
Why we don't
minutes
talk
after
about it? Why
Homeboy
nobody don't
shit.
talk? Yes,
No, that's
that was
a
part of it.
fact.
That was
The
part
fact
of it.
that he released it
But
12
was-
minutes after
but
you dropped
there was
this shit.
misinformation.
Yeah, that was the
There was
shit.
misinformation.
Yeah, everybody
Within
felt
that-
like because he somewhat hid Adonis
Drake
or didn't
responded
make it
to that.
public enough.
Oh
public
yeah,
knowledge.
Pusha T won that battle. Yeah, we talking about Push?
No, we
Pusha T.
saying because they believe what K Dot was saying because of what happened with his son
Okay.
and how he
Oh,
had
yeah,
a whole
yeah,
son
yeah,
and
yeah,
that nobody knew
Yeah,
about.
yeah. With Pusha T.
Right.
What happened
Right.
when Pusha T
The
called
family
him?
shit.
And
he
Pusha
should-
T won.
I
Yeah.
think he.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think Drake never should have ever played with the family. He
Which
never should have went
Kendrick
in that
told him.
direction. Never should have went in that
Which
direction.
Kendrick told
Leave
him,
the family out of it.
don't speak on the family, Crody. It'll get deeper than family. He told him that.
Yeah,
He
but
said
that's
that.
like
He
a
went and
threat.
did it anyway.
It's like a threat. You
Oh,
can't say.
on that Baby
So
Cam
now-
record.
On Euphoria.
Okay, yeah.
He
Yeah,
told
but-
him,
but
don't
that-
speak on the family. And then the very beginning of the shit, you're going to do some shit for Mr. Morale, manipulate. I can smell the lies on you now. Hey, listen,
It's because he did it already on
something you
push-ups.
don't want to do. So don't tell no lie about me, and I won't tell truth about you.
But that's like Jay saying, because you know what, then you know who. When you know who, let's keep that between me and you.
Right.
Yeah.
And then,
It's
then
like
he
the
said
same
it, and then he
shit.
said it anyway.
So if I say that, once I say that, Nas knows I know what he's gonna say. I know what he's gonna say now. This is his big. This is his gun. Like this is the bullet that he think is gonna end my career. All right, cool. Ether. Jay thought he had the bullet. He shot the bullet.
Super ugly.
And Super Ugly was super ugly. The only niggas that could really appreciate something like that It's grimy Brooklyn niggas.
Right.
So we was like, damn, that was grimy. Condoms in the baby seat? Nigga, I'm
That's
gonna
wild.
kill you.
That's wild.
I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna die this week. I'm gonna find you. And you're gonna die, bro. Just the thought of it has to hurt you. Like
Where was my baby?
Like, facts. Did she sit on resident? What the fuck? You have to die now. You know what I'm saying? But motherfuckers took that and they tried to pair it up with Ether. And Ether was just like, it was a beat we never heard before. It was like, and then using Jay-Z's slogan, it was put together so well.
It was put together well.
It didn't match up. Even though it was the foulest information you could put out there in life, it just didn't match up.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And then he did Blueprint 2 later on, and people didn't really count it because it was,
Let's fast forward.
right.
So Drake can recover because all these people have recovered.
I-
From Meek Mill
I don't think
to
anybody-
Nas,
I don't think anybody-
to Jay and everybody
Yeah.
else.
I don't
Everybody
think
else recovered, right?
I don't think anybody saying Drake's career is over.
No,
is serious.
no, hell no.
I don't think
Drake
anybody,
is a goat.
any of
But
them people
but-
saying that his career is over because of this, they're not serious or they're casual. They're casual
for sure,
observers.
for
They're not
sure.
really involved. There's no place in this whole thing where anybody's career is over. Like anybody.
No, it was
Metro, Future, Drake, Kendrick, J. Cole, all of them they got way more in them. They got way more
Yeah, I agree.
years
I
to
agree.
go. Like,
I agree.
talking that shit, yo, your career is over. Those are overzealous Drake haters.
I mean, that's 1990s, bro. That don't even apply today.
overzealous
You know what I'm
Drake
Right.
saying? They don't even apply today.
But
Don't even
don't
apply
understand that there has to be a redeeming moment.
That
Does it?
Do
Yeah.
they care?
Yes.
I mean,
don't care
when
like
Meek
that.
came back, they did a record together. That's the redeeming moment.
That ain't
Y'all think?
For them two,
It was.
I would say that's the redeeming moment. But it was more than that. When Meek got out of jail, the project that he dropped after that was fire.
Yeah, everybody. It was. The streets was on fire,
yeah.
Fire.
regardless of what happened.
Redeeming moment.
The
Yes.
You
problem
dig what I'm
is
saying?
So with Nas and Jay, what is it? Black Republicans? You know what we
With
saying?
Nas and Jay, it was
it was
the
the
signing.
it was the meeting on stage where he was on
I
stage
declare
with him.
war.
Said,
Yeah.
yo,
For that
let's
was
go,
for the
let's
public.
go. Yeah.
But finding out that
But the-
Jay signed Nas to Def Jam, that was like okay, we see it coming. Something's gonna happen next.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was Black Republican right after that.
When he called them on stage, that was the moment. When they stood there for a second together on stage next to each other, that was the moment.
But
I don't think Kendrick gonna do any of that.
Well, no,
no, I don't think so.
Now, by the way, I don't think Kendrick is gonna do any of that.
The reason why people are even talking that talk right now, as far as Cole and Drake are concerned, is because the very next records that we heard from them were features on other people's shit, and people were tanking the features. Like Drake,
Because they was pop records.
Drake did a record with Sexy Red,
Yeah.
and Cole did a record with, I can't remember what the kid's name is.
yeah, but they wasn't filming.
Yeah, it was called Grippy, and the other, and then people were like, "Oh man, what are you like? This is the record you come back
And
with."
I gotta ask this question.
Meanwhile, the next time we saw Kendrick was on stage.
Well,
First time we saw that on stage.
looking at the aftermath of this whole situation, was J. Cole the smartest nigga in this
Of
whole
course he
shit?
was.
Yes.
Jesus Christ!
Stay out of Dodge.
Bow out. Not because. Don't get me wrong.
Not
You know, it'd be
Because I
crazy
can't compete.
if he ride by on his bike right now, like we just ride by.
Don't get me wrong. I think J. Cole can go lyrically.
Nobody doubts that.
Yeah, nah.
He got
Nobody
verses.
doubts
Top
that.
tier.
Right.
He got the.
Right.
Nobody
But
doubts
it's
that.
just like, nigga, do you want to get in these trenches?
Because
Do you? Because you gonna have to if you get in this battle.
I think he was on the phone like,
right.
oh, damn, you gonna say that? All right, I'll call you back.
Yeah. When I think about
shit,
when I think
you
about
going there?
battling, yeah, you gotta
Yeah,
go
I
there.
don't think I want to be. I don't think I want to be in the middle of this shit.
I'm not finna do all that.
Yeah, I'm not.
You gonna call out shit that I don't want nobody to know.
Yeah,
If I'm battling a nigga, I'm thinking
What is out there that the nigga gonna
I ain't even
bring
thinking
back
that.
up?
I'm thinking-
That's what a lot of people thinking.
I'm thinking-
before
I'm
they
thinking-
go into them
you can't
battles.
even think
Yeah.
that because it could be made up shit.
True.
no, I'm not thinking that. I'm thinking comedy. I'm going for the comedy and I'm going for a slapper. a little bit of joke, a slapper,
Sometimes.
you gonna win.
Sometimes,
you gonna win.
Sometimes
you gonna
comedy
win.
don't win.
All that shit is comedy. The whole Kendrick record is comedy. This nigga doing a parody voice.
No, you-
this is all comedy, bro. This is
You
comedy.
just laughing at it. It's not comedy.
But that's comedy, bro. If
You're-
you
no,
laughing at it,
I'm being very specific. You're laughing at it.
I'm not
That
talking about
that don't make it comedy. You're laughing at it. You find it funny.
If I start talking to you like, hey, bro, this is what's going on, and this is not my regular voice, I'm kind of making a parody of myself and kind of giving you some shit in a way
He did that
that's
same
comedy,
voice
bro.
in the beginning of Euphoria. It's the same voice. And if you're a Kendrick fan, you've heard him do that before.
He did that on
many
Mr.
times.
Morale.
Yeah, it's not new.
I'm not saying it's new.
No, I'm saying it's not. But he's never.
Hey,
it's
Drake,
not funny for him.
you nigga, that's not comedy.
Yeah,
That's comedy,
No,
bro.
because the line is, "Hey Drake, I hear you like him young."
Yeah.
Nobody laughing at that.
That's a joke, bro.
He's not joking.
I mean, it's not a joke, but it is a joke.
No, you're laughing.
It's
at
like when
it.
Dave Chappelle say some real shit. It's still a joke.
Some people
Is
ain't
it
laughing.
not? Is it not?
But it's not going to hit the other side like a joke.
Yeah, exactly. It ain't
You know what I
funny
mean?
to everybody. It ain't funny to
Like
them.
50 had me rolling. On
Exactly.
them G-Unit
Yeah,
mixtapes,
right.
when you was talking about Murder Inc., I'd be on the floor dying because of the shit that he was saying.
Right.
But then you see Ja Rule and Irv Gotti go in the club and people outside going, G-G-G-G-G-G-U. It's not funny.
ain't funny
no
to
more.
them.
It's not funny.
They're not
no more.
laughing at it.
They not laughing
I get
at
that.
shit.
I get that.
Weren't you just talking about the picture of Drake's face? It don't look like it's funny to him. That
all.
man does
I
not
ain't
look like
saying
he's
it
having
ain't
a good
funny to
time.
And it's an
It's
exaggeration.
never funny to the
Like,
victim.
You don't know, this nigga might have-
It's never funny to the victim.
That's my point. Hold on. Let me.
Ooh, he said Vic. Ooh.
Well, I'm not
let me
calling
say
him a
this.
victim.
Let me
I'm
say
just
this.
saying
Yeah, it's just
The competitor.
Let me
Let's
say this.
Right.
Let me say this. A lot of the smoke that I see is coming from not necessarily Kendrick fans, but people who don't like Drake. I see a lot of them.
Yeah, that's all it was.
exaggerating the same.
They're energized. in
Yeah,
this.
they putting
Yeah.
a lot on it.
That's Twitter thumbs and Instagram.
Just say you don't like Drake. You probably never listened to a Kendrick song in your life. Just say you don't like Drake
And you've been waiting for something
for something to happen to him.
Right.
You just
Yeah,
don't
you've been
like
waiting a bandwagon to jump on.
Yeah, I see a lot of two things can be true at the same time. A bunch of things can be happening at the same time.
I mean, they're both great artists. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
It is what it is, bro.
Because looking back at it, Family Matters was kind of crazy.
It was.
I just think we got a bunch of great records from two of the best in the business,
Period.
and they provided the best battle that we've had in the genre. I
That's
do
a
not
fact.
think anyone.
No, even old school people can't compete with
No,
this.
no,
No.
No, I'm gonna give it to them.
I've been arguing with this. I've been arguing this. This is the
Nobody.
best battle we have. This is the
Ever.
best battle we've ever had.
Ever. This
Shout
is-
out to everybody who's ever battled.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about
yeah.
battle rap. I'm not talking about with they
No, we're not talking about battle. We talk
Yeah.
about on
Mainstream,
wax,
yeah,
on
mainstream,
on
on
MP3
record.
or Wave or however you want to say
yeah,
it on that.
competing with each other over
Because
wax.
compared to battle rap, like
No, battle rap is
Nah,
crazy.
son.
That's a whole nother genre in
son,
itself.
this,
Yeah.
this is like
I mean, the best to me,
y'all playing pity pat.
the best to me in battle rap is your boy when he brought the casket on stage. That's still number
Talking about
one.
Lola
Lux?
Lux.
Lux,
That
man. Lola
third?
Lux, man.
That third round.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Yeah, but he did that against Detroit. He brought the casket out against
I mean, I
Detroit.
love my city, but
Yeah.
that was classic. That's classic.
So you brought that one up.
I love my city.
All right, you don't fuck
I love
up the
it.
unity. Y'all just got it.
I
now.
love
You-
my city. I
fuck
love
the
everybody
unity,
from the D. Let's put that out there.
Now,
But
were you
that's
a
classic.
part of the battle rap scene out there?
I was there. I was around. We was at Maurice Malone. A lot
Shout
of
out to
battles.
Maurice Malone.
Shout out to Proof. He hosted all the battles.
Rest in
Slum
peace,
Village was definitely in presence. I saw Eminem's Inception when he was there in the whole D12.
Dope.
Royce the Fine Nine. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? So we
Right.
was there. We just watching. On Saturdays, we would have this forum where everybody would battle and stuff. Now, did Slum Village battle? No, we did not battle. We was just listening. We would play some of our records sometimes because sometimes the DJ would play some songs.
Yeah.
So was there any battles up there that you remember where you was like, damn?
It was some battles. I remember this one guy. I ain't gonna say his name because I don't want to put him on.
Why you ain't gonna say his name?
Because
man?
he not
ain't
even
gonna get his
rapping
credit.
no more.
He
He
ain't gonna
not
get his
even
credit.
rapping.
I see
But
the
no,
wrong
this is for some negative stuff. Anyway, he took this guy's name and he said, your name stands for Proof is my papa. And it was like his initials for his name. it was so crazy.
Pimp?
Yeah, it's less. Yeah,
this
guy.
You just gave it away. You just gave it away.
Yeah. His buddy had a first name, but I had a pimp. But yeah. So he killed him. And all the crowd went, "Oh my God!" I mean, it erupted, and it was like it was classic battles though, man.
You caught some M battles?
I caught a couple of M battles and was killing it. It was always dope.
Right.
I remember M's first demos, man. It was ridiculous. I was like, damn.
Have you heard that argument? It's not an argument, but people get real high on saying, I don't know, nobody bumping Eminem and they ride. I've never been in the car and somebody said, turn on Eminem.
Nah, that's crazy.
Can I tell y'all how corny you sound when you say that dumb shit?
Crazy.
You know you're not in every car, right? Like,
Eminem is a GOAT. Let's just keep it there.
No, Mac, I gotta.
What?
No, Eminem's a GOAT, bro. I ain't gonna even let you go there.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. When you in the hood, you doing what you doing, like, it's appealing to me because of the lyricism.
Correct.
And the creativity. Right. And but we not on the block selling nothing.
I hate that,
bro.
That. Every block ain't selling. You're not on
every block ain't selling.
But the people who say that are talking about the hood.
You need to remember that. That's your shit.
You got to start about the inception of him, though. The inception of him when he first dropped. Everybody was listening. I don't care if you was in the hood.
Nah, everybody.
You listening to what he's saying.
If you rap,
you are listening.
For sure.
So I ain't buying that. I'm not buying it.
Those singles can't do what they do if they not being played all over the fucking place. And if you didn't turn up Eminem in your specific car, that's cool. Just remember you wasn't in every car.
We was definitely playing 50.
And the people who played Eminem in their car wasn't offering you a ride.
You didn't need a ride from me. They wouldn't want me to get in the car with what I had on me anyway. I'm just saying.
It's crazy.
Just be quiet. Just remember that those cars that were playing in records, you wasn't in. Just be quiet. Stop trying to shit on people. Like,
it's not trying to shit on people. You think
it is?
No, it's not, bro.
Because that whole argument was born because it was another list came out. And everybody jumped on it talking about, Eminem ain't never, how he this high up on the list. Ain't nobody ever played Eminem and they ride.
Yo, just being honest, bro. Like, street niggas, they listen to shit that revolves around their lifestyle.
Everybody ain't a street nigga.
Everybody in the street nigga.
That's what I'm saying. But the people who made that argument was talking about street niggas.
Yeah, but talk about street... M never claimed to be.
Like, nobody said he did. You keep making this revolving argument.
Because I don't understand why. I don't understand why street niggas' taste becomes the end all be all.
Who said that? All right, Mac, you keep exaggerating the point.
I'm not exaggerating.
The point is just everybody don't listen to the same shit.
I said that. That's my point. That's my point.
But nobody,
so when you tell
nobody
me,
said you're wrong for listening.
When you tell me I ain't never been in a car and somebody said play Eminem, okay, that nigga, that's you. Those are the cars you've been in.
I can understand there's certain niggas that I've been around who just would not listen to Eminem.
Certain niggas, for sure. Not everybody listens to the same shit.
And I know their lifestyle, so it is what it is.
Not everybody listens to the same shit. You made my point earlier. Now you moonwalking back.
No, you keep trying to make it seem like it's the end all bit. Nobody's saying that.
I didn't do that. They did that.
Shit. But 50 Cent, oh yeah.
I know some
that nigga was the theme music to a lot of bullshit.
I mean, and a lot of bullshit.
Get Rich and
Die Trying
was pretty much a classic.
Dr. Dre.
Right.
Was doing this like this, doing the sprinkles on top of that.
You know those albums.
As he was with Eminem, just like this.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The sprinkles was, you know what I'm saying? Those classic joints.
It's wild. It's wild to watch people's evolution. It's like it's a blessing to have been around and really watched what artists become as they start in one place and then they evolve into this next thing. And you get to like watching in real time, watching 50 take his imagination that he applied on wax, and now he applies it on the television screen, and everybody's hooked. Everybody's
best show, by the way.
Fucking
Power.
I mean, what are we talking about? The fact that he's able to do that just shows you how his mind works, and who saw that when you were listening to Get Rich or Die Trying. You dig what I'm saying?
I mean, I kind of saw it when he's talking about robbing niggas. I kind of saw that he was a visual, creative,
but you
motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
You appreciated the idea that he could, but the execution of it.
I mean, execution is a whole nother level.
That's
vision.
This man was on the cover of Rolling Stone, and it said 50 Cent perfects the art of violence. Yeah, I had to see that.
Didn't Rolling Stone just put out a bullshit list?
Well,
and they just put out.
No, we was on the Rolling Stone list, so I'm not mad at Rolling Stone. They name us as one of the top groups of all time.
It's probably
you know what I'm saying?
It's probably further down than you should have been.
It was.
It was.
What number was it?
39.
39 out of 100.
Out of 50.
Out of 50. So that's good. That's good. Slum Village up there.
I need to see that list.
You know what my number one group is too? It's gonna be Tribe and Wu-Tang. Those are my number one groups.
Of course.
You know what
I'm saying? So you got a 1A and a.
Got to. Wu-Tang does so much though. You know what I'm saying? Wu-Tang has done everything that a group can possibly do in hip hop. How you not gonna say Wu-Tang? Nobody has done what they done. Spinoffs, them, the group, clothes, Europe, this, Kung Fu movies, blah. It's just so much shit. It's just like acting, this, blah. I was like, damn. Is there anything y'all didn't touch? TV shows, this. It's like, woo.
Top 3 groups.
Woo. You can't eat it.
Tribe, Wu, Mob.
Same.
Okay.
Tribe, Wu, Mob.
I'm going to go.
Or Outkast.
I'm going to go Outkast for that third spot.
Outkast for the third?
Yeah, I'm going to have to go.
Outkast might be my number 2.
Outkast. They had a short run, but still, they did a lot.
Outkast,
they diamond.
Nah, bro.
They diamond. They did the diamond thing.
Oh,
but so did Fugees, which is really an ultimate group. Which is really the ultimate group. They kind of number 3 of they might
Fugees.
Fugees. You know what I'm saying?
Outkast over Fugees.
Because Fugees did the same thing.
For me, Outkast over. Fugees would land in my top 5.
Definitely.
Fugees would land in my top 5.
Fugees almost did the same thing that Wu-Tang has done with less members. That's how crazy Fugees are. So Fugees is kind of up there with things.
No, they definitely.
You know what I'm saying? From going diamond twice.
Well,
by the way,
members,
the group went diamond,
right? And Wyclef went diamond.
And Lauryn Hill went diamond, and Wyclef did about 5 million.
Yeah, I thought he went diamond.
You know what I'm saying? That's a lot with just 3 people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what though?
But we ain't just talking about numbers though. We're not just talking about numbers.
I think about Run DMC a lot.
I mean, Run DMC is top. It's top tier.
We weren't being played. Black music was not being played on television. It wasn't on MTV before they
that's true.
set it off and did that and opened the door for everybody behind them. It's hard for me to find a way around Run DMC.
Don't get it twisted. Run DMC is definitely up there.
Does that garner a number 1 spot?
It depends on the criteria. If you start talking impact, you start talking numbers.
What are you talking about?
Depends on the criteria.
No, you can't just always talk numbers. You gotta talk about impact.
Bro, I said it depends on the criteria. I know a lot of people who put a lot of weight on numbers.
Okay, so what's your criteria?
Setting the boundaries, breaking the boundaries like Run DMC did, being the first of your kind, pioneering. Is really up there.
Impact,
you know what I'm saying?
Impact, longevity.
Wwu-Tang pioneer, but Run DMC really pioneered. They had a movie before anybody was thinking movies. They crossed genres. They crossed genres from rock and hip hop. Nobody was doing that. They did a lot. They definitely up there. That's a hard one.
Yeah.
So do you want to change your top 3?
No, I always got to put Tribe because I wouldn't be here without Tip. So I'm always looking through that.
That's a whole different criteria. Everybody else can't judge by that criteria.
And creatively, what Tribe brought to the to the game is just whatever. But that's the. But if you start just adding up stats, it depends. It's Run DMC and Wu-Tang though, because Wu-Tang is still doing shit today. Like what the fuck? They have not stopped. You know what I'm saying? That's what's crazy about Wu-Tang.
My dark horse is EPMD.
I love EPMD.
My dark horse is EPMD.
Yeah, I love EPMD.
My dark horse is EPMD for what they brought, like the crew mentality. I hadn't seen it before them, like a crew.
Yeah.
And then every member of the crew
Yeah,
was crazy.
Redman.
Right.
Das Effects, Redman,
Das-
Keith Murray,
Yeah, all that.
everything even K Solo.
Yeah,
and then
I love
and
K
then
Solo.
the business series was one of the greatest runs. That whole run of Strictly Business, back like the whole
Out of Business. Yeah, all that. Yeah,
all that shit was like those runs were crazy.
So before that, who was the crew before that? You had what? Cold Chill, Molly Marl and them.
No, that's way before that.
Right. I'm saying
yeah,
so
but
that was the crew before that.
they weren't a group.
They weren't as
They weren't a
Right.
group. They did like a song together. They never did an album together.
Okay.
Like the group is Wu, Outkast, Mobb Deep, MOP, EPMD. Those are groups.
Okay.
Then there are crews where it's like Dipset.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that Dipset is maybe the group, but it's really like a crew album.
Okay.
You know
So what is Wu-Tang?
That's a group.
That's both.
That's a group.
That's
We
both.
were introduced.
That is both.
We
That's
were
both.
introduced to them as a group.
As
to
a group.
Wu
As a group.
as a group.
Everybody rapped.
Dipset,
But it's a bunch of
We-
individuals coming together.
Cam, and then
No, they didn't come together. They started together.
Okay.
They
all right.
started
All right,
together
all right.
versus
Yeah.
what he was explaining, solo acts and then making a joint together. And then I introduce this one and I bring Jim Jones in and here's Jewels and here's Freaky. And now we doing records
yeah, that's
together.
different.
But that was Cam.
So G Unit would take the kind of tie spot with Dipset.
Okay.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I agree.
I agree
How do
with
we leave the Locks out of this conversation?
Shit.
that. Locks is a group, but they always been a group.
Always been a group.
And then they did individuals. Right. The
I
Locks
would-
was first.
I would definitely put Locks in top 5.
Okay. That's
Okay.
fair.
That's fair.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I haven't heard any name mentioned yet that I'm like, how the fuck did you come up? Like, I haven't heard anybody say anything like that.
I can name somebody I'm not.
There's honorable
It's
mentions.
just be jokes.
There's a lot of honorable mentions.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot. Now, being a group from the golden era, do you find like there's more money touring for you guys than artists of today?
No.
No?
No. I feel like, here's the thing. We are blessed because we have an audience that
Right.
we already maintain.
Core following.
Core follow. But that audience is old. So we don't really even have that audience no more.
Mhm.
We have the children of that audience. That's what we're learning now. Hip hop is finally handing our music down like the rock guys did.
Right.
So when we do our shows now, younger audience. Because niggas my age don't go to hip hop.
They feet hurt.
They don't go to hip hop shows no more.
He said they feet hurt.
Now I go to hip hop shows, but niggas my age, they like, oh man, I'm just some R&B, I'm with my girl.
Yeah.
That's you talking about New York, I'm talking about worldwide. When you talk about people in their
that's serious.
40s and their 50s,
They
they
ain't
not
trying to
going to
stand
hip hop
up.
shows, bro.
That was the crowd I
No,
saw. That was
no,
the
no.
age range of the crowd I saw for y'all in Blue Note.
What was this?
But it's a
That's
sit down
Blue Note.
spot.
That's a sit down jazz spot.
It ain't SOB.
They
That's
feet not hurt.
That's not
Yeah, they
this.
feet ain't hurt.
That's not our normal crowd, and that's a small eclectic crowd. Our normal crowd is younger people. We seeing people 19, 25.
I mean that
old niggas ain't coming
Yeah.
out. We tour at least 6 months out of the year. That's not our crowd. Blue Note is New York, small eclectic. I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna eat.
mad at, listen,
You
hold
know
on.
what I'm saying?
I'm not
So
mad at
where are you
19
touring
coming out to your show because I talk about age. We talk about ageism all the time.
Right.
We tour.
You are doing what the rock groups do.
Right.
We talk about that shit constantly.
Right.
Ageism is a real thing. We touring everywhere. We do in the States and we do in Europe.
But what were the unlikely spots that you landed and was like, I don't know, and you got there and you was like, oh shit.
What would you say? Well, you didn't think the crowd was gonna be what it was.
Africa.
Africa.
It was crazy.
It was crazy.
Just more than you thought, or the fact that they came out.
Insane
period?
stadium.
Stadiums.
Where?
We did 2 of them.
Johannesburg?
Johannesburg, and we did Durban.
With Chris Brown.
Get the fuck out of here.
Insane.
That's
Insane.
wow.
Insane.
Yes,
Not
it's
shitting
good.
on it, but that I never would have. That's not the name I thought she was gonna say.
Hey,
Insane.
yeah.
That's dope.
I mean, but we do a lot of places: Australia, Japan, yeah, here, the U.S., everywhere. But yeah, what I'm saying, hip hop is being handed down now, which is good. It's finally evolving. It's gonna be some old niggas, and it's gonna be some young niggas.
I feel like LL still setting the blueprint, even with what he doing now with Q-Tip.
L?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck.
Like he's still executing, bro. And you know what I'm saying? What is he, 60? 50? Late 50s? 60?
He pushing
and he
it.
is executing. I don't look at it like this is LL from back in the day. I just look at it like he's dropping some shit. You know what I'm saying? He still looked the part. You know what I'm saying? So I think we passed the almost past the point of ageism.
Yeah, hip hop had ageism for a long time. You got to be young. It's a young person's
past 25.
Music is music. I got young people hit me up every day. I love Volume 2. I love this. I love it. Music is music. Either your shit is great or it ain't.
Right.
Niggas either fucking with it or they ain't fucking with it. Young and old. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you make classic shit that kind of stands the test of time, and sometimes you make shit for the time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And either or, that's neither here or there.
We still have ageism. I can't wait till it's gone. I can't wait till
it's never gonna be totally gone.
I hope.
It's never gonna be totally gone.
Because I get annoyed when I hear shit like, "Yo, old head needs to retire." I'm like,
to do
some
what?
Some niggas do though.
Some old niggas do need to retire.
There's some niggas that rapping is washed. It's just you got older. You didn't continue to keep that pen moving.
But you gotta keep that pen moving.
But
you washed.
You're washed is why you need to retire. Not your age.
Yeah.
That is the real truth. Because there's a lot of young niggas that's washed. Too. It's a lot of washed niggas. Y'all niggas washed out the gate. It's a bit of washed niggas. I'm not gonna say no names. I ain't trying to create any enemies, but it's a lot of washed niggas though.
Right.
I mean, here's what I'm saying. I'm not mad at simplicity. I'm not mad at that, but I am mad at lack of creativity. Bring a twist. Bring your thing to the game. When I came up, everybody had to have a lane. Mm-hmm. I don't want to be in your lane. I don't want to take a word you said. I don't even want to look like you. That's how deep it was with us.
See, but
you know what I'm saying?
See, but young people may look at it and say, bro, that was your day. You talking that old shit.
I'm saying,
I don't want to hear that.
I'm not talking about.
I'm gonna rock these dreads with the bleach in them.
I want to be
doing all of that.
Right.
You look like the next nigga though. Why would you want to be?
Here's the answer.
Why would you want to be the next person?
No, here's the answer to that. You're talking about the old way. No, bro, I'm talking about standards. Standards maintained with the times. They don't switch in spite of them. That's not how standards work.
Facts.
And creativity, especially in hip hop, but the arts period is only supposed to go one way. We are all supposed to evolve and get better. You're not supposed to get simpler and dumber. That's not the direction of anything, any art form. Cars don't get less complicated. Computers don't get less complicated. Everything, the technology evolves and grows because you learn something new and you apply it to what you got. Oh shit, wait a minute, is that nanotechnology? We can get it that small. Oh fuck, let's apply that to what we do. Oh shit, touchscreen. We can do that. Oh shit, let's apply that to what we're doing. Everything is supposed to grow and change and get better. The issue is the artists you're talking about, they don't want to be good. They just want to be famous. And that's different.
Yeah.
They just want to be famous. And they'll do whatever it takes to get famous.
Well, you might as well just be an Instagram guy. You don't have to rap.
Right.
Just be an Instagram guy. Leave the music alone. A content creator. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with being a content creator.
Your job,
TikTok.
Your job is sexier. You have the sexier job. So they want that job. They want to be famous. They don't want it, but they don't want to be good. Remember you just said, I don't want to sound like you. I don't want to use a word. I don't want to use a beat. That's because you want it to be good. You want to be, that's part of being original. I want to be dope. Can't be dope if I sound like somebody else who's already dope. I got to be dope my way. That's a standard. That's a standard. You didn't dumb it down because it's 2024 and I'll be dope like him. I'll be dope like him. I'll do the shit they doing.
But do they have to dumb it down because people got ADD now?
No,
they gotta keep.
You don't have to do
anything.
Quick.
It's quick. I can't take all this time penning like Kendrick which is an anomaly.
He got a slapper.
But then turn around.
No, you can't take the time
But
like
I'm saying this is how young people thinking of it. I'm gonna take all this time to write this record that may not even do nothing.
But you never took the time to write the record. So you can't even say it wouldn't work
And the
because you
bullshit
never
record-
took the time.
So I can write 20 of these records,
And those may
one of
not
these
do
is gonna
nothing.
work.
But
one of
those
them
may not do
work.
nothing.
And even
Because
them
they
might
all
not
sound
work.
like shit that's already out already.
Right.
And here's a big problem. Here's a big
Right.
problem. There's still gatekeepers in the business. Unfortunately for you, young man, the dudes who you keep calling old head, all those niggas run shit.
Right.
You keep insulting the guys who push the button.
For now.
Period.
For now.
Period. The dude-
for
the
now.
dude-
Because that shit ain't gonna last forever.
There's
We
never-
are getting
there's-
older, bro.
There's never been
You know
a
what I'm
time.
saying?
There's never been a time in this business. There's never been a time in this business where two things weren't happening constantly. Number one, the nicest niggas, the niggas who sold everything were always the nicest niggas. I don't care what era we've ever been in. The niggas on top of the game were always the nicest ones. The ones that everybody talked about. Name an era. I'll show you the nice nigga at the top of the game.
We'll talk after this.
I'll give you the answer after
we'll
this.
talk after
There's
this.
never been that's never been a moment. That's number one. And number two.
Well, shit, I don't even want to say. But
Yeah,
it was a
I
time
don't want to say neither.
in the
but
2000s where it got kind of shaky.
it did get
I'm
kind of
gonna
shaky.
be honest with you. I ain't gonna say no names,
Well,
but in the
no,
2000s, it got kind of
But
shaky.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna predict this right now. Next argument is gonna be like, we still had such and such and such and such.
I mean, you still have people setting the bar up. You still
Because that's my point. I'm not saying that, the game wasn't
But-
trash or this wasn't trash. What did I say?
Homeboy was doing some numbers.
yeah, it was some
No,
bullshit.
I
It was some
I
bullshit.
never said it. I never said.
Whoa.
I never
Shit.
said anything about numbers.
Yeah,
I
there's
said
a couple
the dudes
guys.
who were on top were always the
Well,
nicest.
top
When
is
you say
numbers.
on top
is
is-
numbers.
yeah, top is
No,
numbers.
that
Top is numbers.
Top is numbers.
Type ain't just numbers.
Top
Type is
is
also
numbers.
influence.
No,
And influence.
Top
It's top is numbers
okay,
and
so we
influence.
putting it in the same
Yeah,
category.
yeah.
It's still the
Top
same.
is
It's still the
influence.
same, bro.
I
can
can
name
think
you
of
two.
I can think
name
about
you 2 points in time.
yeah.
2 points in time.
Yeah.
We'll talk after the show.
Yes.
You can say it now.
No, I'm not kidding.
I'm not gonna
Oh,
say
so
that.
now you
I'm
on
not
his
gonna say
time?
that.
Yeah, facts.
Now you on his
Facts.
time. Okay.
Sometimes you just gotta leave stuff alone.
No, because I'm
You know
not
what?
saying I didn't like it. I just know they wasn't the nicest.
Right.
Yeah, sure.
Right.
Okay, maybe I need to clarify.
Yeah, that's a better way to say
Maybe,
it.
Yeah.
maybe I need
Yeah,
to clarify. What I said was there's never been an era in hip hop where the dudes at the top of the game weren't the nicest with the pen at that time. I didn't say they didn't share space with other dudes who had a rise and then had a fall.
Move the goalpost.
I'm just being more specific. I'm just being more
Well,
specific.
yeah, right. I mean,
I'm just
when
being more
when
specific.
Jay-Z had his run, he was the nice. He is the nicest.
Yes.
But-
You know what I'm saying?
But
That goes without saying.
But
There was some people-
But everybody ain't Jay-Z though. Everybody ain't Jay-Z though.
Nelly sold records in that exact same era.
Right.
did.
Right?
He
A
did.
lot of them.
For that
Yeah,
one
like
album.
Diamond.
For that, but in a time when he was making that kind of song that sold those kind of records, Jay still existed making the records he made with that same exact pen.
And
That's
Pimp
my
Juice
point.
and us.
Eminem is another dude who was one of the nicest. Like that
Yes,
still
but-
makes my point.
Right.
There was never an era where there was only dudes with lackluster pens on top. The nigga with a pen was always
Well,
there.
I mean, it's still the same now because the nigga
Exactly.
on top is Kendrick Lamar, and he got the nicest, one of the nicest pens
And
out
he
there.
shared space with Drake and Cole.
Yeah, Drake
Two
and
other
Cole.
excellent pens.
Yes,
Two
right.
top
Do
tier
we
pens.
still count Big Sean in this argument?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck with Big Sean.
He should be. He should be talked about way more than he is, but
Why-
he's
why
not
do you
as
think he's
active.
not?
He does.
You know what I'm saying? He's
Right.
still dropping shit.
He's
so
not retired.
no, he's not done.
Yo, Sean, pull up. Pull up. Because you should be outside, but you should be talked about more.
Yeah,
pull
yes,
up.
yeah.
Your pen is one of them. You
Yeah.
should be
For sure.
counted in that. The fact that you were left out of the, you should be.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
He did everything they did.
So now I gotta shift it.
Okay. Go ahead.
In your time in the industry,
This is gonna be terrible.
why you got it? What would it?
Because
In your time in the
warning them
industry,
ahead of time.
did you ever see anything that was a little suspicious?
In what way?
You know what he mean.
Yeah, you know what I'm
You
talking
know what
about.
he's talking about.
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, I want to work with you, bro. Whatever. And we're in the studio. So he had on these jogging pants. and these jogging pants, they was juicy jogging pants. So on the butt, it's like, okay, I didn't understand what's going on. He had some horse riding boots on. I was like, maybe this just a fashion. You know what I'm saying?
But was there ever a time when, okay, the height of you guys' career, was there ever like an offer made or someone who came to you and said, yo, y'all can go to the next level?
I put myself in the rooms where
I don't put myself in the table execs, put the smooth on. And I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not doing that. Relationships is everything. I don't care what business you in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There's levels to that. I ain't that guy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I think a person can read the energy that's coming off you and say, you know what? He ain't with that.
He ain't about that.
This is everything. You know, we build a relationship with y'all. Beats, you know what I'm saying? I call him to do that. And then that's how you keep it going.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, as far as the wild, crazy, freak off shit, nah, I ain't never seen none of that.
No, we never got a part of that. We ain't gonna just be like, oh, this, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
We're not gonna be like, oh yeah, we cool with this. We're gonna be like, what the fuck is
going
on? What the
As soon as he,
Oh man.
9 o'clock.
Tom's getting peeled. Tom's getting peeled. No, we out. Nigga, shit. No, we ain't never been about that life. So yeah, we never had to. Yep.
Toughest moments.
Figure it out. And it's either sink or die.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I'm from the hood, so that's what it was meant for me to be. Yeah. I had a vision. It was like family. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at squads like Rockefeller, and I'm looking like, oh, they got this, they got Dame, they got this guy, it's a fam. I wanted that. I wanted to do a Detroit version of that. You know, we was working with Fat Cat, we was working with this guy. We was trying to get our whole squad to pop at the same time. But shit, it was hard just for Slum Village to, you know, I'm still blessed. Music still pays my bills. I don't have to do a regular job. So God still blessed me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Niggas. You dealt with a lot of, they gonna say, you should have paid me for it. It don't matter. He didn't break the bread with me. That's just how I do it.
Oh, you ain't breaking bread? Oh, you just coming in with
these? It could have been a gift from my girl.
I see him with a nice bit. Yo, those are fire.
Right. Some niggas start saying shit like, what's up, rich nigga?
Oh, no, when you say a nigga like that. Oh, no, we saw that movie, what is it, Paid in Full?
Paid in Full. Right.
Oh, so you get money now? You like,
I see you shining, nigga.
I see you shining, nigga. Like, oh, okay.
That was based on Harlem Dudes, just so you know. That was all Harlem Dudes. How was it? How did you handle when Baten and Dilla passed?
Yeah, that was.
I mean, that's when. I think when Baten was
thought that.
Well, because this is the thing. With Dilla, I knew he'd been sick on and off.
Okay.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
So you kind of mentally condition yourself.
Yeah, you kind of a little bit. So I understood that. But with 10, we had just brought him back in the group, right? And so I made sure he was making money. He was good. He was great. So it just so happened he can't go into Canada because Canada got some strict rules.
Yeah, they do.
By the way,
yeah,
you can't just go in Canada.
And
you
then,
got anything
y'all right
going
there
on.
too. That's,
yeah. So we again after being clean,
relapse.
Yep, and they found him right in the drug house, and that's what happened with Ted. So it was sad because I was really trying to get him to be where he needs to be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody gonna
ever find out what his trigger points were?
If I had to guess, I wouldn't know. He always thought he always knew what he needed, what he should be doing, right, instead of going with maybe what a doctor would say he should do. Right. You know what I'm saying? He always thought he was bigger than the situation. Yeah. Whatever the situation was. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still hurt when Dilla left, but you know, the thing that hurt me about Dilla is trying to bring shit together. You know what I'm saying?
What did you want to say to him?
I wasn't under the impression that y'all had a falling out.
I don't even talk to this guy no more. I don't understand why we can't get. That hurt me more than anything. Yeah. Because I take my relationships to, that's my homie, man. It came up, man. That's, you know.
Right.
but it took me a long time to get over that.
It was tougher for Dilla. I call him, he wouldn't answer the phone. I leave him a message like, man, I was just calling to check on you. Blah, 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 blah. I hope you getting well or whatever. And then he called back one day and was like, man, I just appreciate you not calling over and over and over again, hounding me, you know what I'm saying, or asking for no music. You just called to check on me. And he was like, I was like, how you feeling? He was like, I'm straight. I think I held him down. Yeah.
He held Dilla down for sure.
Yeah. One time for Dave New York too.
Dave New York, yeah.
Cordae's like the carrying the torch for
he is for hip hop. Yeah,
Yeah, and we just keeping it going. You know what I'm saying? My thing is keeping it new, but still celebrating what came before you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They laid a foundation, and we just trying to keep it going like they asked us to.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the would lead a group. They were like, "All right, man." I'm like, "God damn." let me get my Terry on.
Could you ever see yourself like?
Right.
Could you ever see yourself building like
We put rappers on. Yeah, we didn't did a share. I did at least a 5 or 6 piece of artists that I put in the game. But I would want to do some new talent. Yes, I want to see some new creative, and we did that a few times and it didn't pan out. But I'm gonna keep trying. You know what I'm saying? When we was teenagers, he let me, Dilla, to his crib, and he let us work and build and create our sound and show Dilla what the MPC was. And you know what I'm saying? Who does that? You know what I'm saying?
Who does that now? You got your eye on that right now?
I live with Jay. Jay bring the talent to me because he 10 years younger than me.
I mean, there's people out there, man. You got
don't blame your age for that.
Yeah, you got the like.
Nah, because he's more connected than
a long time. Then you got Eno and them, Boulevard Boys. It's you got people who dropping. They just need to fine tune it.
Right.
But then the thing is gonna be is can people listen? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't lead unless you learn to listen first.
That's a fact.
So
yes.
Well, thank God we are in a time where they're listening again.
Yes. But are they?
No, they are.
Time will tell.
They are.
Yeah,
believe
time
it.
will tell. Yeah.
Believe it. Slum Village.
It's hot for trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rapper.